Yo, 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 what is up? What is up? What's going on? Thank y'all for tuning in to another DnL&x Fitness live stream show. Yes, sir. Let's go. Oh, let me make sure my sound is right. I don't think my sound is right. Oh, it is right. Okay, so cool. Sound is going good, man. How's everybody doing today? It's Tuesday. We are one day away from hump day. And we have a good show lined up for you today, but thank y'all for tuning in. Today we will be going over a topic today that's going to kind of take over the economy and AI portion of the show. So we're going to go kind of this topic that's going to touch both sides of the show. But just to let you know for sure that we are simultaneously streaming on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and Rumble. If you're on YouTube, do me a favor. You're going to see that thumbs up come up on the screen. I want you to hit that button on YouTube to get the likes up. I greatly appreciate it. And if you're on Twitch, Kick, or Rumble, give your boy a follow. It's greatly appreciated. And we thank you. Yes, yes, yes. We thank you for sure. That's right. And as the week goes on, man, hopefully everybody's having a good day. Hopefully everybody's having a good weekday, a good work day, I should say. A good work day because we're close to the, what is it, Halloween. Yes, this is the week of Halloween. So we got to get all that stuff taken care of. So hopefully the kiddos got their costumes and all that goodness, and just take care of what you need to take care of and be safe out there for the holiday. Got your jack-o'-lanterns and all that good stuff carved out. And hopefully you're having a good work day at work if you are at work. And if you are not having a good day at work, let Mr. Child break it down to you.
Oh, you're having a bad day? Did you die?
I got shot.
But did you die?
And as long as you didn't become unalive in this stressful hard market, then as long as you are still got an able body and you're healthy, then you can still get up and make a change and make something happen. So do something with yourself and make it a great day. Let's go. Yes. It ain't easy, but it's an opportunity to grind hard and stand out and do the best that you can. So for sure, if you want to contribute to today's show, right there is the Cash App and the Venmo. If you can see it, bam, there it is right there. Cash App, Daniel2888. Yeah, I said that right. Venmo, Danny-Daniel-00. Yes, sir. And we have our 3 topics that we're going to go over today. And those are going to be fitness, the economy, and AI for sure. Now, for the fitness segment of the show, we're just going to go over the muscle of the day today. I'm going to go over the muscle parts that help the scapula bone. So we're going to go over a multitude of muscles that basically are in tangent with working the scapula. So the muscles that are in tangent or that are connected to the scapula that help it do what it does. So we're going to go over that and touch on that today to give you some value, to know more about the human body and things that you can do that will help with that part of your body, you know. So those muscles that you have to work to, like back here, this little back region back there. Yeah, you're going to learn about the scapula, and we're going to look at the scapula. We're going to look at a live scapula. We're going to look at a body. Yes, a body that's been dissected for college purposes. So hopefully you got a stomach for it so you can handle exactly what's going on when we take a look at that body to see what a real scapula underneath the skin and the blood and the veins and the artery look like. Yeah, so hopefully you're not eating. If you are, you'll be okay. It ain't going to hurt you. It looks clean, looks good. It's okay. But yeah, it's still a body for sure. It's still a body. But we're going to look at that for the fitness segment of the show. We're going to take a look at that and get a good understanding of the human body, because I'm pretty sure you don't know nothing about your body. It's very few people that do. Very few people that care to know what their body does and what muscles move this. They don't even know that muscles move the bones. They probably think that bones move muscle. But no, don't work that way. So that's why we learn about the muscles, to give you understanding. So you know what muscle does what and what moves what and how, what, where goes, and origin and insertion of each muscle and things like that. It's very educational to know. Know thyself. That's what somebody said, right? Know thyself. I know y'all don't know y'allself, so y'all better figure this out quickly. Then we're going to go into the economy segment of the show, which is going to lead us into the IMF. We're going to learn about who and what the IMF is and what role they play in and what direction our said group entity is headed as far as the world and the economy goes. And do they have as much power? And if you don't know what IMF stands for International Monetary Fund. So we're going to see exactly what they are about, who they are, what they do, and we're going to hear a few things come out of the actual horse's mouth of the IMF to see exactly what direction we're headed in when it comes to said entity. Top of that, we're going to go through and look at the website, and just to give you an update, to give you an understanding as to there's levels to this ish, you know what I mean? And we're going to see exactly what is going on and what trajectory do they have in store for the economy, for the world, for the global economy, because they already have things planned out, and they already understand tariffs. They already know which way we're going to go. They already got a projection from here to 2026. They already see things, and it's probably further than that. And they already see where they are trying to get things to go. And we're going to get a good detailed understanding of what they do, who they are, and how they work, and what their purpose is. And once we see that, that'll probably open us up to a better world of understanding as far as the economy goes in that department. Then we're going to go into the AI segment of the show. And then we're going to see if IMF and AI. We're going to see if IMF and AI work in tangent with each other. Are they, trying to utilize the technology against said people? And we're going to see if the AI technology is going to be used for our benefit or for our, downfall, our, what's the word I'm trying to find? Our benefit or for our disadvantage. Yes, there you go, disadvantage. Because a lot of the times people look at AI and they're like, oh, a lot of people are not up to date with AI. They don't understand how it works, and they don't really play with it. And I think everybody should play with it. It is a subscription base. What is it? It is subscription based. So you do have to have your subscriptions to play with AI, but I highly support playing with it and understanding it and utilizing it and trying to figure out what to do and how to. It's really, 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 and it's not hard to do. I promise you, it ain't hard to do. It's not the hardest thing you've ever done in your life. It's actually fun when you can see what you could do, because there's so many avenues that you can go with it. And once you figure it out, once you play with it and see how it works, AI is really fun to deal with. And you can actually gain some insight to, instead of letting AI be your intelligence, you can be the intelligence for it. Because like I always say, artificial does mean fake. So if there's a fake intelligence, then who is the real intelligence that is mimicking? Exactly. So don't allow, this AI stuff to go over your head and destroy you. For sure. You gotta be on point with it. There he is, man. What's good? How you doing? I am doing fantastic. UG, how are you doing? Thank you for being here today. I greatly appreciate you, my G. Shout out to you. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Where's your round of applause? There it is. I got it. How are you doing, man? We just kicked off the show and all that good stuff. We're starting to get off slowly but surely. I got about 2 to 2.5 hours to run this, so I got to be able to tie everything in within that time frame. But with that being said, we are going to go ahead and kick things off at the beginning. But yes, man, it's good to see you, UG, man. Good to hear from you, man. Thank you. Yes, prayer hands back to you. That's right. It is a pleasure. So we're going to kick this thing off right, and we are going to start the fitness segment of the show, because you must know thyself. Thou must know thy body. Thy body, thy temple must be known. You must know what the body does. It's very, 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 very important that you must know what this great thing that we have that you must take care of. You got to take care of your body. If you don't take care of your body, then what the hell are you doing? You know what I mean? It would suck to get rich and just spend all your money on your health. As you know what they say, health is wealth, but you want to get the wealth first and go back and take care of your health. I don't blame you, but it is what it is. I'm your guy in Turkey. Remember, bro, the one who's coming to America. He's coming to Come on then. Yes, I remember you, G. I remember you was over there in Turkey. Good old Turkey. And question, is that how y'all say it? Do y'all say Turkey, or is there like can't say accent. I guess I could say accent. Or is there like an accent way to say it? Do y'all say Turkey like we say it? Like different countries. What's the country that say they name that we don't say it the right way? Well, I guess Americans say all country names wrong. I guess you could just chalk it up to that, right? So I'm pretty sure I'm saying it wrong. You know what I mean? It's like It's like speaking Spanish, you know, como estás? You know what I mean? It's like, no. Yeah, got to put a little twang on it. Got to put a little twang on it, you know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure I said it wrong. But yes, I do remember you. I remember you, UG. As a matter of fact, I remember you because I had to abbreviate your name to UG because I cannot say... I'm still curious as to what your name is because the way it's written, it looks like you just hit a bunch of things on the keyboard and was like, enter, there's my username. That's what it looks like. But I'm not trying to, if it's a name, I ain't trying to disrespect the name. So I just got to go with UG. So UG, man, the man from Turkey. Yes, sir. When you going to make your trip out here to America? When is the trip happening, by the way? I'm ready for you, sir. When are you coming to America, my G? When is it happening? You know what I mean? Unfortunately, we're going through an economic downturn like crazy. I think it's happening globally, but for sure it's happening over here. I can tell you that much. When you gonna slide over here? But be careful though. You might want to do things the right way, because Trump ain't playing around with that ICE situation right now. So you come over here on some bullshit, you know what I mean? You're gonna be like, wait, I have my, and they're gonna be like, yeah. Now, so you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. You gotta have your ducks in a row, man. You gotta have your ducks in a row. You gotta have your ducks in a row, because they gonna smack you up and send you out of here because they are not playing. Jeez, every time I look up, it's like they done took people from all over. They done took farmer workers. They done took the dudes that post up at Home Depot. They get picked up in trucks. I don't even think that many of them out there no more. They done picked up the people from Hyundai. You know, Trump messed up and picked up some people from Hyundai. I think it was the Koreans, Japanese or Koreans that was working at Hyundai's, which I think they were legitimately documented, but they was like, yeah, you guys, you don't look American, so you know, they wrapped them up too, and they was like, go back, and then turns out that was a very, very, very bad business move, unfortunately. So it was kind of like, you know, what can you do? You just keep it moving. But meanwhile, yeah, you know how things go. It is what it is. But man, good to see you. Good to hear from you. We're going to go ahead and dive into the first segment of the show. So let me get my banner up on the screen. Where's my banner at? Get the fitness part going. Bam. Oh, is that it? Bam. There you go. We got the banner going. Now we got to get our sexy lady up here to get the fitness segment of the show started. UG says, I'm not saying this sentence in Turkey right now, but when I get to America, money comes and goes. And I'll say this, a lot there. Yeah. There's a lot there, yeah, there is a lot there, yeah, but you gotta utilize it the right way. You know what I mean? Money comes and money goes, it's true, but you gotta know how to utilize it. So if you get it, you gotta learn how to invest it. That's the main thing. You know what I mean? You don't want to just like find out how to get, you don't want to get down here, start an OnlyFans account. Next thing you know, you just running up like hundreds of thousands of dollars out like your first few months, and then out of nowhere you just like balling out of control. You're like, you know what I mean? You're just going crazy, and it's like, whoa, hold on now, buddy. You need to put some of that money towards some investments, man. Like live low right now, live under your means for a good minute, and invest that money so you can ride out, this economy that we're going through, ride it out for the next few years. Keep your head down, keep raking in them hundreds of thousands you're getting from OnlyFans, my G, and just keep investing, keep a low profile, you know what I mean, and just keep it moving and let the money work for you. If you do that for about 5 or 10 years, then you could look up, you walk around, you know what I mean, like you look around at people, look down on people because you're sitting on a bankroll, you know what I mean, and somebody walks up to you, like, hey sir, how are you? You just like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what? I got money. I could just, you know what I mean? I got money to pay for my assault case. Oh shit. No, don't assault nobody. Don't assault nobody. That's not good. That's not good practice. That's not good practice. But anyway, let me hop on to the fitness segment of the show real quick. Let me go ahead and get this started and get to this first segment that we got to get to. So let's get our sexy ladies to dive on up in here and get us going. So here we go.
Let's get ready for the fitness segment of the show.
Oh yeah. They had that workout music on in the background too. Did you hear it? And one and two and one and two and one two and one and two. Yeah, they had that good man. I had 3 of them on there, boy. You see that? Had 3 nice vanilla. I don't know if you want to call them Swedish or Australian. You can call them, like what is it? What is it? Normandy or Danish. It was just 3 of them. That's all I know. It was just 3. We had 3. Look, check out the 3. Look at them. Look at them.
Let's get ready for the fitness segment of the show.
Yeah. I'm talking about, boy. And the good thing about it, the best thing about it, when I get tired of them 3, I can make some new ones. Hello. Yes. I could just make 3 more. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's one of the beauties of AI right there. You can just get 3 more. Are you tired of them 3? Get you 3 more, bruh. From anywhere in the world. Don't matter where they at. Just get you 3 more. I may have to get me 3 turkeys here next time. I might have to get me 3 turkey women. Hey, ain't that right? Come on, talk to me. I'm gonna have to get me 3 turkeys. Yes, sir. Your energy is amazing, bro. Just like always, you're awesome. I appreciate you, my G. Let's go ahead and dive up in this fitness segment of the show. So what's the muscle of the day? For the fitness segment of the show, we got the muscle of the day. Or I guess it's gonna be multiple muscles of the day. Kind of got ahead of myself today and I didn't pick one. I ended up picking the scapula, and I was like, wait a minute, that's a bone. I was like, well, there's muscles that move the scapula. I could just pick one, or I can kind of go in a group and like do all of them. So I was like, well, what the hell? We'll just group them all together, and we'll just kind of do the multiple muscles that help move the scapula. So I was like, what the hell? It don't matter. We'll, it's all about educating the people. So we're going to educate you today on the scapula, but the muscles that are involved in moving the scapula. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to educate about the scapula, but the muscles that help move the scapula. Because remember, muscles move the bones, okay? The bones don't move by themselves, you know what I mean? There's muscles in here that make this happen, you know what I mean? Otherwise, you'd be walking around with a broke wrist. You know what I mean? You can walk around with a broke wrist like this. They gonna think you part of a community. You gonna walk around with a broke wrist like this, and they gonna be like,
You win it! Hey, Lord!
oh snap! Let me stop. All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive into this. So the muscle that we got here for today is going to be, like I said, it's the scapula. Whoops, change that banner real quick. Bam. All right, so let's go ahead and learn about this real quick. So we're gonna break this down. So it's the scapula, but there's those 3 muscles, and we're gonna go over those 3 muscles: the levator scapula, serratus anterior, and the rhomboid. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you a crash course on what these things are. So as you can see, those right there, those are good muscles to see. And we have, for the particular reason, your scapula, which is the shoulder blade. It is a flat triangular bone on your upper back that connects your humerus, your upper arm, to your clavicle, which is your collarbone. It moves through several motions: elevation, depression, retraction, protraction, upward and downward, all controlled by specific muscles. So now we're going to go into the muscles that we see that we have there. So first and foremost, we're going to go ahead and go with the rhomboids. The rhomboid is going to be that bad boy right there you see shining. This one right here. This is a deep muscle that you have to get to sometimes whenever if you ever get a massage and you tell them to hit the rhomboids. It's kind of like usually covered by another muscle on top, so they're going to have to give you that elbow treatment. Put some elbow grease in it and have you kind of like that pain for pleasure type massage, like you're in there like and a Chinese lady is in your ear. She's elbowing you in your back because you told her you like hard pressure, and she start digging in, and she like, hut, too hard, and you don't want to be a bitch, so you're like, no, I'm good, and she like, she start digging in, hut, too hard, too hot? Do I hurt you? You're like, no, I got it. Just keep going. You know what I mean? You can't be no punk bitch. So, the rhomboid. It is located between the spine and the scapula. Origin is going to be the spinaeus process of C7 and T5. So, C7, where we at? C7, bam, up there to T5 down here, okay? That's what they're referring to, okay? Downward rotation and stabilization of the scapula. So as you see, they are moving downward rotation. So you can see workouts that help with that particular muscle are going to be seated rows with scapular retraction. So you got to focus on retracting the scapula. So if you're doing like rows where you pull like this, try not to use your arms, lighten the weight, and focus on actually using your actual back, like your scapular muscles. So if the weight's too heavy, then you're gonna naturally use your arms because it's too much weight. Lighten the weight and just use your arms like meat hooks or something. Just hook on and then just move your shoulder, you know, your scapulas together. Just move them together. And that's how you actually activate that muscle. Because if you could do this on your own, imagine if you got the weight in your hand and you're doing rows. So lighten the weight and just only move that. And when you do that, you'll be like, oh shit, I can feel that. It's a whole different ball game. And that's how you actually dig deep in and activate and work that muscle. Lighten the weight. When you got too much weight, you just sitting there just like, you know, you're just, and you're not actually working the muscles you should be. You think you are, but you're really not. You're kind of compensating for the weight. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So there's that. And then bent over dumbbell rows. That's kind of self-explanatory. You know what? I might have to get some females on here to show us what bent over rows mean. That's probably going to be a sight to see. But bent over rows, you just, same thing. You have a barbell. Instead of being this way, you bend over and you do the bent over rows. Then you have band pull aparts. So just basically get like a resistant band and do this stuff. And you're working your rhomboids, but just kind of focus on using that muscle as opposed to using your arms. Do this, you know, like use that instead of doing this, you know, you'll feel the difference. Then we have the levator scapula. It's going to be right here, this long tingy majigger right here, that right there. All right, so the location is going to run from the neck to the top corner of the scapula. The origin is the transverse process of C1 to C4. So as you see right up there, it's right up there, and then you have the the insertion is going to be the superior angle of the scapula. So right here is the C1 to C4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to see the insertion right here, the superior angle of the scapula. So as you can see where it is located at right there. So you can see that. You can see that. And it elevates the scapula, so it's lifting your shoulder up, and it assists in downward rotation. So it assists with downward rotation. So how you see how his arm went down? Yeah, that's assisting with the downward. You see? There you go. There you see. You can see this in action, man. I'm giving y'all this goodness right here. And workouts you can do with this one is going to be dumbbell shrugs. So, you know, the good old shoulder shrugs, basically is what you call those. And kind of develop that Brock Lesnar. You walk around doing this shit all day, just like, you know what I mean? Really, those are like kind of be your traps, but you can add your levator scapulas in there too. Kind of develop your Brock Lesnar, you know, just be walking around here just, you know, ready to just F5 somebody. And then you have the cable face pulls with upward shrug at the top. So cable face pull. Shit, I'm not gonna do the face pulls. I'm gonna have to let a female do the face. You know what? While we're over here talking about this, let's get some ladies up here. Give me 2 seconds. Let's get some ladies to do some of these real quick while I'm over here about to do a face pull on camera, and that's just gonna be despicable. Y'all gonna be laughing at me like, this dude look like he holding on to 2. Yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. Exactly. I can't be seen doing that in public. You know what I mean? That's crazy. I ain't not even in public. Can't be doing that, period. Pause. But let's go ahead and get, we're gonna get 2. We're gonna do, what is it? Women bent over. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a good one. Bent over rows. Oh yes. This is gonna be lovely when we see this one. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, we got a winner right here, fellas and ladies. We got a winner right here. Oh yeah, we got a winner. Winner chicken dinner. We're gonna do a couple of them right there. We just can't let that go to waste. All right, we got the front view And we got the back view. Let's see, bent over rows. She's going to show us right from wrong. All right, so we're going to get a crash course in that right there. Let me do, you know what I mean? We got to do one more. We can't just let one person have all the shine. We got to get 2 of them bad boys in there. All right. No, not that one. Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh, man. Oh, it's about to get good in here. Oh, it's about to get good. Oh, goodness. I like this one. Bent over. Yeah, we're going to do this one for sure. Is she doing it right, though? Let's see. Is she doing a bent over barbell rows? Yeah, she's doing it right. She's doing it right. She has gotten the approval letter from me, and I greatly appreciate her for that. Then the other one was going to be the face pulls. So we're going to go ahead and pull up some face pulls real quick. So let's go ahead and see what these face pulls are all about. Let me see. The women face pulls. Oh, yeah. We're going to have to see what these are about. Do women do good face pulls? I believe they do. I believe they do. All right. Yeah. All right. All right. These ain't as exciting, but we'll take it. We'll take it. You know what I mean? Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll do 2 face pulls and 3 bent over rows. Bent over rows is gonna be it's gonna be straight gold, I tell you. It's gonna be gold out there in them there heels. A woman, get one more for you. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I shouldn't be doing it like this, but it just dawned on me. Oh man, these are actually good. Actually, she's a winner on that one. We're gonna take her. Okay, cool. So we got those. Let me make sure my YouTube isn't glitching too slowly. Is it? Nope. Is my YouTube good? Why is it showing this? What's going on? Where we at? Okay. Yeah. So YouTube should be good. I don't know why it's looking like that. Okay. Yeah, we're good on YouTube. All right. Anyway, so go back to the reading. And before we go back to the reading, we're going to go and I'm going to read the last one to you. Then we're going to go to the workout. So I should have did that, but here we go. So the last one is going to be the serratus anterior. You saw the serratus anterior. Let me pull up that on the screen so you can see it. Bam. There we go. So the serratus anterior is going to be right here. Location on the side of your ribs under the armpit, attaching the front edge of the scapula. Do not get punched there. That hurts like hell because like you get hit right up in this region. It's like almost like the liver punch. You gotta be careful. It's not quite there, but yeah, it's like a liver punch. So be careful getting punched or kicked there because if you do, it's over. It's a rap ski, bro. You're going down. It's like getting hit in your balls, but you didn't know you had balls in that region. I'm telling you, it's over. You're gonna be like, and you ain't gonna understand what it is and why it hurts so bad. If you've never been hit there before, it sucks. All right, so it is origin is on the ribs 1 through 8 or 9. So as we'll see, the ribs right here. Let's see if it goes around to the front. We'll show the ribs. So right there, 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, 1 through 8 or 9. Maybe I should hit the pause button on that next time. As you can see here, boom, 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 right here on the rib cage, 1 through 8 or 9. Just depends on what's going on. And also, it is the medial border of the anterior scapula. So right here, as you can see it, the medial border of the anterior scapula. So that's going to be the insertion. Point of origin is here, the 1 through 8 ribs, and the insertion is going to be right here, the interior border of the scapula. Cool. All right. So the actions of it protracts the scapula. So it moves it forward around the rib cage, as we can see. It holds the scapula flat against the ribs. And then it's crucial for upward rotation when raising arms overhead, as you can see. As you can see, that's crucial because it has to, look at that. It has to help raise it up. You see it? Has to do that. It's mandatory. And what's the workout's going to go good with this? It's going to be push-ups, wall slides, serratus punch with a dumbbell or cable. I got that one. And scapular push-ups. Actually, I got that one too. So we're going to check out some of those for sure. So we got those workouts. So we're going to check all those out. All right. So let's go ahead and get into these workouts because it's going to get a little exciting here. All right, so for the first workout, we're going to have this lady right here. She's going to show us how basically she's going to show us the pull-up focus. The pull-up focus that we have. There we go right there. She's doing the scapular pull-up. So as you can see, she's not doing a full pull-up. She's just activating the scapula. Just doing this. So next time you get on a pull-up bar, don't pull your body up. Let your body hang all the way and just try to, retract your scapula together. Just do what she's doing. She's just pulling her scapula. That's it. Just doing that. That's all she's doing. So as you can see, as soon as she does it, they activate, and you can see them pop out whenever she does it. Right. Watch them. Boom. You see it? You see how they come out? Boom. So she's utilizing those 3 muscles, or one of the 3 muscles. So she's utilizing, as we can see. All right. Then we got up next here, we have face pull lady. I picked her because her back is just like, you know, she got a chisel back. Like, that's crazy. Like, Jesus, you can see all the muscle back there. Like kudos to her. Let me give her a round of applause for that one. Like, all right, lady. Let me give you a round of applause. Don't be too buff on me, but I give you a round of applause for this one. Yes, sir. Love me some face pulls too. I love to pull the face. Yes, sir. Yeah. Then next we have another lady doing face pulls. So, you know, she's doing seated face pulls, you know, so it helps define the back a little more. But as you can see right here in this region, she's hitting them rhomboids over here. She's hitting that, you know, she's using the serratus muscle and then the levator scapula up here. So you can see the stuff being activated, you know, but doing it seated and standing up does activate different muscles, as you can tell from her muscle area. This one's hitting more of the region that we're talking about. This one changes it up a little bit. As you can see, it's getting a little bit more in on the mid-back portion, but it's still hitting the same muscles as well. But it changes it a little bit whenever you sit down or stand up. So either way, you're good. Either way, you're good. But standing up will get more of what you want, but do both to kind of even things out, because you don't want to just be over muscular on one side. The next we got, what do we have here? Oh, yes, we got bent over rows. Go ahead and bend over for me, please. Thank you. Thank you. Now pull. Go ahead and pull. There we go. There we go. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate it. Now go slow. Be careful. Slow it down. Pull. Hold. Okay. Pull again. All right. Oh, what's going on? Why are you talking? Quit talking. Bend over. There we go. Now pull. Pull. There we go. Thank you. Retract. Yes. Yes. Retract. As we can see right here, the activation as she does it. You know what I mean? She's got it going. She likes to talk, as you can see, but better seen, not heard. And that's a good thing we have it on mute, because who wants to hear the voice? We just want to see the visual. Now go ahead and bend over for me. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate that. And when she pulls, you're going to see right here where it's going to activate, as you can see. So kind of pull that scapula together, and that's going to help activate those rhomboids as well. And that was actually a good thing she just did. Right there. She said what not to do. See how she rounded her back and she pulled with her arms? That's what you don't want to do. You don't want to round your back and pull with your arms. You want to actually keep a flat back like she did. You see how she kept a flat back, kept this thing out, her back here, kept that thing out, and pulled with her scapula. She just retracted her scapular muscles. That's how you do that. Then we got another one here. We got bent over rows. She's using a dumbbell, as we see here, and she's showing us how to do it. As you can see, she's only doing that scapula. The way you don't do it is this right here. She's pulling up her whole body. She's using the arm. That's the arm one. But if you just keep still and, you know, retract that scapula, then you'll get that workout. You'll feel it in there. You'll feel it for sure. You'll feel it for sure. Then we got this one right here. All right, we can't really see what she's working on. I'm not 100% sure if she's doing it 100% correctly, but, you know, we're going to give her an A for effort. Yeah, buddy, we're going to give her an A for effort. We got the Snow Bunny Central today. Yes, sir. We got the Snow Bunny getting it in. Boom. Oh, it's okay, sweetie. You did good. You did good. High five. High five. I'm proud of you, baby. I'm proud of you. The next, we got this lady here. She's doing a scapula control, which this is probably hard as hell. I'm not even going to hold you on this one. This one's pretty hard. But as you can see right here, the muscles that she's using, the scapula, you can see it being activated right there for sure. She's, oh my goodness, it's like a board. Look at this. This is a board. This is a straight board. Like just, it's like a plank. It's like a plank. Oh my goodness. This is it's like a 2x4. Sweetie got a 2x4. All right. Well, shout out to her. And she's doing the same thing the other lady was doing. But she's giving us a good visual to do what she's doing right. And then we got this lady right here. This is the serratus punches, actually. So this one is going to be using this stuff right here. Right underneath here, when we was looking at the serratus muscles, she's utilizing this right here. So this is good for punching. You know what I mean? You want to be able to actually activate these muscles. If you ever been hit by a boxer before, my God, oh, the worst. It sucks because they hit so damn hard and it pisses you off because you're like, we're gonna do a whole round of this. Like, Jesus Christ, like that was just a jab, that wasn't a hook. It's not fair. It sucks. And then they bring then they bring their power from down here, and then it comes out through their. Oh my goodness, it's the worst feeling ever. You don't want to get punched by no boxer. But this right here, it's called, I guess she calls it serratus punches, and she's using a resistant band. But as you can see, she's only utilizing this serratus muscle right here that we talked about, that's underneath the armpit, connected to the ribs and the anterior portion of the scapula. So yeah, so there's that. So shout out to her for that one. And we got this one here. She just showing out. I don't know if she on some HGH or some TRT or what. I don't know if she got some Anavar or what's going on, but she out here killing it though. I give it to her. Remember the shoulder shrugs? Call it scapula dips or whatever? Same concept. She was just doing those. So that's one of the workouts. The shrugs. But she was doing it with a body weight. Bruh, pretty impressive. I give you that. Doing with your body weight. So scapula dips. Those are pretty cool. I give it to her on that. And that right there, the scapula pulls we saw earlier with the first girl, yeah, she's got it going. So shout out to her for this one. But yeah, she a little bit too muscular, but you know, it is what it is. She probably is a left-winged person. By the haircut, we probably pretty sure she swings to the left side of the political party. And then let's look on this next one here. All right. All right. Yeah. Keep up the good work, sweetie. I don't know what you're doing, but keep on doing it. Yes, sir. The visual indeed. Now, don't turn around now. Just stay in that position. Then we got this one here. She's doing another variation, I guess you can say, of face pulls, but not the same, because you see she's turning her arms up, but she's still actually working this region of muscles that we talked about. Okay, she's doing it different ways. So that's fair. All right, cool. So she's doing it different ways to work out the back muscles of the scapula, the rhomboids, the levator scapula, and the serratus. So she's doing actually a good job. And you can see it activating over here. Yes, sir, you can see it. Yes, strengthen that scapula, sweetie. Strengthen it. That's right. That's right. And then we got this one. Oh, my goodness. This lady here, she came in showing out. She showed out with this one. Look at this. Jesus. All right. She's showing out, sweetie. Calm down. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Okay. Easy. Easy. All right. Okay. All right. It's actually pretty cool, though. I'll give her that one. I wonder how many takes she did. Is this just a one take? Is that a one take? And then she did it again on another camera, and then are these individually one takes? Or are these repeated 1, 2, and 3? That's the question. Are you doing these 1, 2, and 3? Or are these like a one take? Okay, cut. All right, I got one more in me. Let's try again. Like, are you cheating? Because there's a bunch of jump cuts. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of you editing from different angles and stuff like that. So, but whatever. I'm gonna let you slide. Okay. Hey, hello. Hello, turn your head away. What is she saying? She's saying, she's showing you how to stretch the levator, what the hell is it? The levator scapula. There we go. How to stretch the tightest muscle in the body. She's giving us a visual. Like, turn your head away, look down, reach over, smell your armpit, and pull the head pull. Oh, yeah, the head pull. Okay, I can assist with that head pull, sweetie, for sure. If you need your levator scapula stretched out, I got you, sweetie. Oh my goodness, yes. Oh, I'm all for this, y'all. This is oh yes. I'm all for this right here. Yeah. I think I found a new thing. Ladies need their levator scapula. They need them stretched out. I can for sure assist in that motion. Oh, I got, yes. All right. So fellas, if your significant other needs help stretching their levator scapula, I'm pretty sure you can assist with this motion right here. I'm pretty sure, gentlemen, All men can help their significant other with this. Ain't even got to be your significant other. It could just be a friend. Can always help stretch that levator scapula. All you got to do, sir, is put your hand right here, gentlemen, and push that head down. And, you know, sometimes you can hold it. Sometimes you can do like a repeated motion over and over and over again. She's going to thank you for it, bro. She's going to be like, thank you so much. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm telling you, bro. And it's kind of, and I'm pretty sure while you're doing it, while you're helping her stretch her levator scapula out, while you're like tugging on it, she's going to be like, you know what I mean? She's going to be like, you know what I mean? She's going to be like, keep pushing it. Keep pulling the levator scapula. That tension is going to release in her neck and she's going to feel it. She's going to be like, really like, you know, keep pulling, and she's going to thank you forever. You know what I mean? And then when you're done, you can look at her in the eyes and be like, hey, you know what I mean? For sure. For sure. So shout out to her for this one. All right. So just keep that in mind, people. Keep that in mind. Help your significant other out. Wife, whoever, friend. They need this help because it's very important. All right. The next one, we got 2 more of these left and we're moving on. Next one we got here is, oh, wait a minute. Okay. So as we are focusing mainly on the levator scapula back here because that's all we can see. We can't see. Oh, wait a minute. All right, so let's see again. There it is. So she's stretching this muscle back here. It's a very important stretch. Stay focused on the scapula. As you can see, I know you can see it because I can see it too. That's the main important thing right here. Okay, yes, sir. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yes, sir. Oh, I'm a Texan too, boy. I'm a Texan. Oh my goodness, this is great stretching right here of the scapula muscles, man. So just make sure that you focus on helping with that right there. That is very important, okay? Very, very important in the time of need. Alrighty, so keep that taken care of. And then last but not least, whenever you need to get the deep rubbing on these scapula. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, there it is, right there. She's getting the levator scapula, the rhomboids, and oh Jesus. Okay. Scrape the scapula, okay? Yes, sir. And then get that back rhombo. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. It's looking pretty good there. All right. I don't know about all them red marks. I don't know what's going on. I think Buddy's a little bit too rough. You see, it gets redder and redder and redder each time we get back, but then we get the visual. All right. So focus on the scapula. Focus on the rhomboids and the levator scapula. And then, yeah. But that's going to be it for our muscle of the day. So hopefully you got some goodness on that one for sure. Most important part of the muscles is help your significant other with the stretches, okay? Do not forget about this one right here. This is the most important one that you must pay attention to. This is the most important one. That stretch, that's the one that you need to focus on more than anything. Yes, sir. This stretch right here, make sure you help the lady stretch the levator right here. Bam! And then pull. You see? You see what it says right there? Did you read it? I want you to read it. Right there. Gently pull the head and pull down the shoulder blade to deepen the stretch. Yes. You see that right there? And then what does it say? Hold for 15 to 20 seconds. And while that's going on, all that tension is going to release right there in her levator scapular, in her neck. It's gonna just be like just a release, and then she's just gonna be like, you know what I mean? Like she's gonna feel it. She's gonna be like, wow, that's just, you know what I mean? It's just great. Oh Jesus, she's gonna feel it in that region. So make sure that you help your lady out with that, man. That's extremely important. Extremely important. Make sure you do that. Okay, very important. And that's going to be it for that segment of the show, man. So thank y'all so much. Hopefully you guys learned something. If you didn't learn something, then you were not paying attention. Yeah. Very important. So take that for what I taught you. Go work out those muscles. Levator scapula, rhomboid, and serratus anterior. Get your significant other. Make sure you stretch hers out because she does need it. Regardless of what she says, she may not know it, but when she feels that pull and you hold, and then you pull and pull and pull and pull again over and over and over, it makes for a great combination, a great relief on what she needs. And, you know, she may say otherwise, but, you know, she'll get over it. Alrighty? All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's going to be it for the muscle of the day. Now we're going to go ahead and slide on into our next segment of the show, which is going to be the economy. Okay, so we have to learn about the economy today because there's a lot of stuff going on in the economy. At least here in America, our economy is going through some ish right now. It's going through a lot of ups and downs, smiles and frowns, may I say. And people think it's, how do I say this? People think it's like actions of, why is this happening? This shouldn't be happening. Things are rough. Things are tough. But what I'm going to show you is that there is a projection. There's a reason why all this is happening. You know, one of the many reasons. And we're going to look to see, is this a plan or is this a strategic method of why said situation is happening? Okay? Because you can't always just like feel bad about something. You gotta take a step back and think. You gotta be like, why the hell is things going the way it is? I mean, number one, here in America, Great Depression happened in 1929. We're in 2025, about to be in 2026. So technically speaking, we are almost at a 100-year cycle from a Great Depression. And economies go in cycles. They go in cycles. They go in ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. You know what I mean? They go in cycles. You know, 20-year cycles, 50-year cycles, 75-year cycles, 100-year cycles. Like they go in cycles, 10-year cycles, whatever. But we're about to hit a 100-year cycle from a Great Depression. So can you only imagine in 100 years the innovation that we've had since, what is it, the early 1900s? I think the only thing, like in 100 years, we've had the car and it's ran on gas. We've had the airplane and we ain't really changed it much since then. You know what I mean? Nothing's really changed. So for 100 years, things are about to change like crazy. And they're going to make sure this thing changes. But let's go ahead and change this banner real quick. And let's slap the economy banner up on there. And let's get our lady, our sophisticated lady, to welcome us into the economy segment of the show. Here we go.
Welcome to the economy segment of the show. Enjoy.
That's a good looking lady right there too. Shout out to me. So what we got for this segment of the show is we're going to look into the IMF. Yes, the IMF. Who is the IMF? The International Monetary, did I say that right? International Monetary Fund. That's the word I was looking for, fund. The International Monetary Fund. So first off, first things first, we're going to hop on and get you a quick 60-second crash course to get you to understand what the IMF is, what they do, what they're about. Okay, so you can get an understanding of who these people are before we dive in and learn about what they do, because they're a global set of peeps. They're a global entity. So it don't just affect over here. It affects here. It affects Turkey. It affects Norway. It affects all over the place. A lot of people. So we're going to see exactly who these people are and get a good understanding to what they do. So real quick, let's get a 60-second crash course on these people. Let me change that banner real quick before I hit play. And let's see exactly who they are and what they do. Here we go.
IMF explained in 60 seconds. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, is a global financial institution established in 1944, and its primary goal is to promote international monetary cooperation and exchange rate stability. 190-plus member countries collaborate to address economic challenges and crisis. IMF provides financial assistance to member countries facing balance of payments problems and help them achieve stable economic growth. The IMF also conducts regular assessments of the global economy, providing insights and forecasts to help member countries anticipate and address economic challenges on a worldwide scale. In a nutshell, the IMF plays a crucial role in fostering global economic stability. IMF explained in 60 seconds. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, is a global financial institution established in 1944. And its primary goal is to promote international monetary cooperation and exchange rate stability. 190-plus member countries collaborate to address economic challenges and crisis. IMF provides financial assistance to member countries facing balance of payments problems and help them achieve stable economic growth. The IMF also conducts regular assessments of the global economy, providing insights and forecasts to help member countries anticipate and address economic challenges on a worldwide scale. In a nutshell, the IMF plays a crucial role in fostering global economic stability. IMF explained.
Okay. There we go. You get the point now. You get the point. So you see what they do. They're a global scale. They do what they do, and they regulate exactly how things are going to go down. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and read exactly who they are, okay, to make sure that what they say matches what we read. And we're going to get it straight from the horse's mouth itself, imf.org, all right? So we're going to go right in and dive right into it to see exactly who these people are and to see what their actual mission is and what they intend to do, because it's pretty important once you start to see how serious this ish can get. It can get pretty grimy, I'm telling you. It's like, I'll show you. So here we go right here. IMF website, imf.org, as we can see, as you can see up there. And what is IMF? So we have it right here. Let me zoom in for you to make sure you can see what I'm about to go over. And we have the International Monetary Fund. All right. Works to achieve sustainable growth and prosperity for all of its 191 member countries. Okay, 191 member countries. That's quite a lot. It does so by supporting economic policies that promote financial stability and monetary cooperation. So you better listen, which are essential to increasing productivity, job creation, and economic well-being. The IMF is governed by and accountable to its member countries. Okay, interesting. Now, the IMF has 3 critical missions. Here's what we got to pay attention to. What are their 3 critical missions? Furthering international monetary cooperation. So basically, furthering to make sure everybody all over the world listens to whatever monetary policy we put in place, and you better listen or that's your ass. Encouraging the expansion of trade and economic growth. So we're going to encourage the expansion of trade and economic growth. So basically make sure commerce runs smoothly, you know what I mean? And encourage to do it, more and more. And discouraging policies that would harm prosperity. Oh my goodness. Discouraging policies that would harm prosperity. Prosperity for who? To fulfill these missions, IMF member countries work collaboratively with each other and with other international bodies. So I think they are doing what's good for thee, and they're not, or what is it? What's good for me is not good for thee. Because I don't think it's in support of the citizens of the country. I think it's in support of the members of said organization. So in a nutshell, if you are discouraging the policy of the IMF and you're going to harm their prosperity, they're going to look at you like, hey,
FYM, fuck y'all motherfuckers,
Exactly. So you're either going to roll with or get rolled over. Okay. So they have it clear in their statements. Now, we have to ask, out of all of the members, who are the countries? Who are the list of members of the IMF? They have 191. So let's go ahead and take a look at the 191 members. The 191 members are going to be the countries. So right here, you have a list of members. All right. Last updated November 11th, 2024. The IMF is an organization of 191 countries working to foster global monetary cooperation. So all of you bastards better listen to what we do with the money. You better cooperate. Or if you don't cooperate, it's going to be straight. Shut up. You better get it together. So it's working to foster global monetary cooperation, secure financial stability, and facilitate international trade, promote high employment and sustainable economic growth, and reduce poverty around the world. That sounds nice, But what is your definition of poverty? That's the question I must ask. You know what I mean? Like, what do you call poverty? Because poverty could be redefined by each person you say it to. You know, ask Elon Musk what poverty is. He's gonna be like, man, you're broke if you got like if you're sitting on $1 million and $10 million, you're in poverty. And it's like, oh, I see our poverties don't match. All right, so here's the membership of the IMF. So date of entry into force starting in 1945. Chronological list. 191 member countries. So let's just go down the list, all right? Starts with the B, so Belgium and Bolivia. Then the C's is Canada, China, Colombia, Czechoslovakia. We got Egypt, Ethiopia, France, Greece, Honduras, Iceland, India, Iraq, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Norway. Got a buddy that's been coming here on the channel. He's out there in Norway. So, you know, Norway's part of this. Philippines, South Africa, the UK is in the building. Remember, somebody was from the UK here. I think that was Tiny. The United States is here. All right, let's see. We got Yugoslavia, Dominican, Ecuador, Guatemala, Paraguay, Iran. As you can see, I'm not going to read them all, but you can clearly see 191 countries. Oh, Turkey is in the building. There it is. Turkey right there. You part of this too. Yeah, so whatever you hear later on in the show, just know that you are in shit as well. Everybody gonna be in deep crap here in a minute. But as you can see, Brazil, Poland, Costa Rica, Panama, Nicaragua, Denmark, Syria, Arabia Republic, Finland, Australia, Thailand, Lebanon, Sweden, Myanmar, sheesh, Japan, Germany, Jordan, Haiti, Israel, Afghanistan, Korea. Is it North and South Korea, or they just say Korea because we got both? I don't know. Vietnam, Ireland, Saudi Arabia, Sudan, Ghana, Malaysia, Tunisia, Morocco, Spain. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. I mean, Jamaica, Kuwait, Cote d'Ivoire, if I said that right, Niger. Almost looks like, I ain't gonna say it. Burkina Faso. I don't even know where that's at. Cameroon, Central African Republic. There's all these on here. Now, I'm going to have to ask another question here in a minute. But as you can see, it's got everybody over here. Botswana, the Gambia, Guyana, Singapore. Malawi, Swaziland. There you go. Yemen, People's Republic of Southern Yemen. And it's got Yemen People's Democratic. We got the Equatorial Guinea, Cambodia, Fiji, Barbados, Qatar, United Arab Emirates, Grenada, Papua New Guinea, Maldives, Cape Verde, Zimbabwe, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, or Grenadines, however you say it, St. Lucia, Djibouti. Oh my goodness, it's got everything. Look at that. Hungary, my neighbor. Shout out to my neighbor. St. Kitts and Nevis. Whew. All right, so look at all these. 191. I mean, even got Mother Russia on here as well. Drop my phone. Ukraine, even though they battling at each other's neck. Okay, so I just want you to see all these. I'm almost done with them. As you can see, there we go. We finally hit the bottom right there. All right. So as you can see, 191 countries. So clearly they got their hands on a lot of stuff. Now, I want to ask the question: how many countries are in the world? There's a good question to ask, right? How many countries are in the world today? So let's find out how many countries are in the world. The number of countries in the world is not definitely fixed and varies depending on the source and criteria used for counting. Most commonly, 195 countries are recognized, comprising 193 United Nations member states and 2 non-member observer states, the Holy See, Vatican City, and the State of Palestine. Those are the 2 that are non-member observer states, the Vatican City and the State of Palestine. Interesting. So if they have their hands, or they have 191 member countries, all right? They got 191 member countries. And they are, well, here it is. Oh, I guess I didn't show you it. Well, I guess you don't need to see it, but here it is right here, right there. Most commonly, 195 countries are recognized, comprising the 193 UN member states and 2 non-member observer states, which is the Holy See Vatican City and the state of Palestine. So you got that right there. The number of countries vary by definition, but typically 195 nations are recognized by the UN, including the member and observer states, while other counts can be higher due to differing criteria for statehood, okay? So they kind of have an idea how many there are worldwide. They kind of don't. It's kind of like heads and tails. They kind of have it tossed up in the air. Now, if you are a part of this, remember, this is what they do, all right? They make sure to fulfill these missions for the IMF member countries, and they work collaboratively with each other and with other international bodies. Now remember, this is their mission. Their mission is to do what? It's international monetary cooperation, encouraging expansion of trade and economic growth, and discouraging policies that would harm prosperity. So at prosperity at any means necessary, all right? So if you get in the way of prosperity, they're going to be like, bro, you better sit your... Shut up! Okay? Ain't no games to be played around here. Now, let's take a look at one of the people inside the IMF, and let's hear how they see the future of the world that would be taking place in the not so distant future. Now remember, it's a mission statement for 193 of its member countries, and I showed you the list. So if your country that you're in was on that list, this applies to you. So let's go ahead and hear this lady speak on. This is the IMF boss, all right? The IMF boss. Let's see what she says, all right? So let's go ahead and pull her up. And no, that's not the IMF boss. She's too pretty. You'll see the IMF boss in a minute. So here we go.
Everybody here, because I think everybody comes from a very different perspective. We've got the stable coins and the traditional old school banks and the central bankers and the IMF and the World Bank. So it's really great for us to talk about the future of finance, crypto, regulations, opportunities, risks. Managing Director Georgieva, is the future of finance crypto?
The future of finance, for sure, is digital. We know that digitalization is moving very rapidly. We know from history that finance is very quick to take advantage of technology. Remember the telegraph? Telegraph comes, it impacts finance. Internet, it impacts finance. Now we have a technology, the technology that makes it possible to get blockchain to underpin finance, and I am convinced that we would see a bigger role in the future.
Great that we have everybody here.
Okay, so she said that you see that blockchain is probably going to integrate into finance. If you know anything about a blockchain, whatever's on that blockchain, I don't give a damn if it was 1,000,000 years ago, 50 years ago, it's on there and they can pull it up. However, that sounded okay, but let's dive a little deeper and let's see exactly what she's trying to say, okay? She made it sound like, we're going to implement blockchain technology to finance in the future, and we're going to try to make it go digital. But let's get to the meat and potatoes of what she's trying to say, because I don't think she really nailed it there. But let's hear her from a different perspective and see what she says about it this time. So let's pull this up and let's hear this out. Let the same lady out from the same interview, but a different portion. So here we go.
Listen up.
You tell them to embrace it.
I'm telling countries, accept reality. Fiat money is moving digital. The developments in crypto, both unbacked and backed, they're happening with exponential speed. So yeah, you can try to lock your country away from this. Good luck with it. So yes, I'm telling my members, understand it and then decide for yourself how we are going to operate in this world. But do not close your eyes to reality.
The director of the IMF says that cryptocurrency.
Ooh-wee, okay. We're gonna play that one more time, and I'm gonna break down a little bit of what she said because I have to interject in what she's saying, and it wasn't very long, but she made it very profound as to what she said. Did you hear what she said? Did you hear exactly what she said? Like, she said, fiat currencies going out, digital currencies coming in. The hell with your fiat. Development is going to be changed. But there were some key things that she said in there that I pointed out to you earlier. Okay, I'm gonna play it again, and I'm gonna stop it as we go. And I'm gonna point out the key things that I was referring to. Okay, and as we see this as she speaks, you're gonna see that she ain't playing around. Like, she basically looking at she looking at the members. Remember who the members were. She looking at all the members a certain way. It's kind of like she every time she's speaking, she says something. It's directed to the members. Okay, remember who the members were. But let's go ahead and watch it one last time. Let me interject as they go along. Here we go.
From the IMF, listen up.
You tell them to embrace it.
I'm telling countries, accept reality. Fiat money is moving digital. The developments in crypto, both unbacked and backed, they're happening with exponential speed. So yeah, you can try to lock your country away from this. Good luck with it.
Oh my God. She said you can try to lock your country away. She said you can try to lock your country away. Look, that's how she said it. She said you can try to lock your country away. Good luck with it. She meant that, boy. You can try to lock your country away. Good luck with that. Now, why did she say good luck with that? Let me show you why she said good luck with that. Because of this right here. One of the 3 critical missions is and discouraging policies that would harm prosperity. Yeah, that's why she was like, yeah, buddy, good luck with that. Because you ain't finna harm prosperity. That ain't finna happen. We got a mission statement, okay? And our mission statement clearly says, furthering international monetary cooperation. Remember what she said? She said what? Where's my thing? She made it clear. She said, good luck with that. Because we getting that cooperation. That's part of our mission statement. And if you don't want to cooperate, well, yeah, she finna lay at the smacketh downeth on that candy ass. That's right. But let's let her finish, because she was cooking. So we can't let her stop there. Let's let her finish up. Hold on, here we go.
So yes, I'm telling my members, understand it.
I'm telling my members, understand it. Understand it. Who are the members? Oh, this is who she's talking to. The members. These are the members. The 191 countries are the members. So when she's talking, when this lady is talking, bruh, look at who the hell she talking to, family. Look at this. Who is she talking to? Look who she talking to, fam. Look at this. Look at this. This is who this statement is to. And remember, she said, you can try to lock your country away. Good luck with that. You can try it. But look who she talking to, bruh. She talking to 191 countries. Bruh, this speech is profound, is what this lady's saying. You have to pay attention. She ain't kidding. It's a profound speech. what she's saying. Whoops, wrong one. Let's let her keep cooking. Got to pay attention because this ain't no joke.
And then decide for yourself how you're going to operate in this world. But do not close your eyes to reality.
Do not. She's talking to the members. She's saying, hey, members, do not close your eyes to this reality. Don't close. Hey, you guys, you 191 right here. You 191 right here. You 191 countries. Do not close your eyes to this reality. Why? Because our mission is to further international monetary cooperation, which you will do. And we're going to encourage the expansion of trade and economic growth. But most importantly, we will be discouraging policies that would harm prosperity. So you better not mess up our prosperity. So she made it very clear what they're trying to do. And it's in the mission statement. It's in the mission statement right here. To fulfill these missions, IMF member countries, to fulfill these missions, IMF member countries work collaboratively with each other and with other international bodies. So we gonna work hand in hand to make sure that what we say is going to get done. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. It's in the mission statement. So whatever she just said on that stage about how this stuff is going to roll out, she ain't playing. She's serious, because that conversation that she had was to the members. The members is 191 countries, bruh. 190. She spoke to do you understand how profound that is? She spoke to 191 countries. Now, again, let's check out who she is. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe I could be overthinking it. Let's see who she was. What was her name again? Her name was... Where you at, lady? What was your name? I didn't get her name. Wait, hold on. She was on this one right here. Here we go. This lady said her name. Let's just listen.
Because I think everybody comes from a very different perspective. We've got the stable coins and the traditional old school banks and the central bankers and the IMF and the World Bank. So it's really great for us to talk about the future of finance, crypto, regulations, opportunities, risks. Managing Director Georgieva.
Managing Director Messi, Managing Director of IMF. She ain't gonna be too hard to find. I don't think she is. Yep, there she is right there. Holy moly. Okay, her is including an annual salary and oh my goodness, and she balling. All right, well, hold on, let's pull her up right here. So let's check her out. Hopefully she don't come get me. I don't want no problems, sweetie. I don't want no problems. You know what I mean? Here we go right here. There's a little bit of it. Kristalina Georgieva, or however she said her name. She's from Bulgaria. She's the current managing director and chairman of the executive board. So she ain't playing no games. A position she has held since October 1st, 2019, right before the pandemic. Oh, and she began her second 5-year term on October 1st, 2024. So that means she about to be in there for 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. She gonna be in there. Her term of appointment includes an annual salary of over $600,000 and a representation allowance of over $100,000. Sheesh. Boy. I wonder what that allowance is. What is an allowance? What does an allowance consist of? You got a salary, a yearly salary. Is this allowance? Is that monthly? Is that a monthly allowance? I'm just curious. She plus a representation allowance. Is the allowance monthly? Can we figure? We have to figure that. Is it, I don't mean to be pocket watching, but I'm just curious. Let's go ahead and pull her up real quick. Let's go ahead and pull up this lovely lady. Go ahead and pull up this lovely lady here. Where you at, sweetie? Where you at? First time I saw All right, where you at? I saw you. There you are. All right, here we go. Okay. How old are you, sweetie? What's your age? What's your age? We don't have your age. We just have when you were in. No, we don't have your age. 72. She's 72. Whew. She is 72 and she got one kid. She got one kid. She's 72 years old, bro. She ain't playing no games. She ain't playing no games whatsoever. All right, I got her right here. What is the allowance, though? I'm curious. What is the... She is in the world of banking. She was in world banking in 19... You know what? Let's just go ahead and pull this up for you right here. So she's in world banking since 1993 as an environmental economist for Europe and Central Asia. She helped manage a team that phased out the leaded gas in Eastern Europe. So she ain't no joke. She's been a representative in the Russian Federation based in Moscow. All right. She's 72 years old with one kid. All right. So there she is. But I'm just curious as to, is that allowance monthly? I guess it don't really matter at this point. But as you can see, when she talks, she's talking to 191 countries, bruh. That is a hell of a reach to be talking to somebody. That's wild. Now, to go furthermore into this, we're going to take a look at this gentleman right here. So this guy, I'm not sure how true this is, but it's fun to hear. It will be interesting to hear. This guy, he speaks on how the IMF keep countries poor. All right. He goes on a long rant. It's probably like a 3 or 4 minute video, but we only going to do like a minute and a half at the most. He's going to speak on how the IMF keeps countries poor. I don't know how much validity this holds, but with what he says, see if this applies to your country, okay? See if this applies to your country, all right? Whatever country you in, whatever part of the world you watch me in, let's hear what this guy says. And as we saw, the IMF got 191 members, and those members are countries. He's going to speak on how the IMF keep countries poor. See if your country is dealing with or can relate to anything that's about to come out of his mouth, okay? All right. Hey, I'm going to check there. I got a proposal. Oh, okay. Never mind. That's one of those. It's one of those people. All right. So where are we at? I lost my place. Okay, here we go. So here's this guy right here. He's going to speak on it. So let's see what he has to say, how the IMF keep countries poor. Here we go.
Essentially, if you are a country and you're out of money, the IMF will give you a loan. Up until 2014, those loans came with conditions, something called structural adjustment programs, or SAPs. SAPs typically come with policy that tries to accomplish 3 isations: deregulation, stabilization, and privatization. The purpose of structural adjustment programs is to stabilize the economy and set it up for long-term growth. They hope to do this by deregulating industries, spurring foreign investment, and improving worker mobility, by cutting government spending, and by privatizing industries, which is supposed to bring about innovation and competition. Now, this all sounds great theoretically, and it's supposed to result in long-term growth, but in the short term, these adjustments almost always result in higher wealth inequality, higher rates of poverty, higher mortality rates, lower life expectancies, and in general, just a worse quality of life for people in the middle and lower classes.
Oh, wait a minute. Time out. Hold on. Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. Wait a minute. Hold on. What did he just say? Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me rub my chest. Hold on. I'm getting a little case anxiety going on over here, fellas. Calm down. Hold on. Hold on. Let me rub my chest. Oh, Jesus. Wait a minute. Kind of hit home there, if you know what I mean. Jesus, wait a minute. Time out. Hold on. Wait. What did he say? He said something along the lines of what it's supposed to do, but in the short term, what it does. Let's run that back one more time, fella. I think I misheard you.
How the IMF keeps countries poor, part 2. The IMF, or International Monetary Fund, is a lender of last resort for countries that are about to default. Essentially, if you are a country and you're out of money, the IMF will give you a loan. Up until 2014, those loans came with conditions, something called structural adjustment programs or SAPs. SAPs typically come with policy that tries to accomplish three isations: deregulation, stabilization, and privatization. The purpose of structural adjustment programs is to stabilize the economy and set it up for long-term growth. They hope to do this by deregulating industries, spurring foreign investment, and improving worker mobility, by cutting government spending, and by privatizing industries, which is supposed to bring about innovation and competition.
Okay. That almost sounds like the tactic that sounds like President Trump's tactic right about now. Oh, good Lord. Oh, that sounds like his tactics. Oh, Jesus. It sounds exactly like his tactics. All right. But in the short term, what does it do?
Now, this all sounds great theoretically, and it's supposed to result in long-term growth, but in the short term, these adjustments almost always result in higher wealth inequality, higher rates of poverty, higher mortality rates, lower life expectancies, and in general, just a worse quality of life for people in the middle and lower classes. These policies...
Stop. Oh, good Lord. Stop. Quit. Wait a minute. Oh, you're hitting too close to home, buddy. Hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, my gosh. I think he's calling me out. He's speaking truth is what it sounds like. I'm hoping he's lying. Maybe I'm not letting him talk for long enough. I think I'm cutting him off too early. Maybe he has more to say that will make my anxiety in my chest go away. Oh, Jesus. Okay, hold on. Let me. Woosah. Okay. We okay. All right. Let me get it back on the screen. All right, sir. Talk to me. Come on, here we go.
Policies have been called shock therapy for two reasons. One, because not just in the case of the IMF, all over the world, these sorts of policies are put into place during moments of crisis.
Wait a minute. A crisis? What kind of crisis? You say natural disaster?
Disaster, a war, a famine, a financial crisis. Basically when people are too distracted to realize that the social safety nets that they rely on are being gutted. The other is that for the citizens...
Okay, well, time out. Time out. Wait. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Hold on, sir. So you mean to tell me that what you're saying coincides with my current existence in the country that I stay in?
I said, goddamn.
All right. What's the second one? The citizens of that country? What's the second one?
Citizens of that country, they hurt a lot in the short term, but are supposed to be better in the long run. So, are they? Let's look at a couple examples. Sub-Saharan Africa is perhaps the perfect example of these programs. From the 80s into the 90s, 36 out of 47 countries in Sub-Saharan Africa took a loan from the IMF and underwent a structural adjustment program. The numbers bear out that the SAPs worked in Sub-Saharan Africa exactly as intended. From 1990 to 1999, exports as a percent of GDP rose about 20%. Foreign investment rose from $923 million to $7.9 billion. And foreign portfolio investment for equity rose from $2 million to $3.9 billion. So essentially, Sub-Saharan Africa opened themselves up to more exports and substantially opened themselves up to foreign investment.
Bruh. This the playbook right here. I think I found the playbook, ladies and gentlemen.
Bruh.
I think I found it.
Bruh.
I think I found the playbook that they're using.
Bruh.
Ain't no way that this is a coincidence, fam. Ain't no way. Like, how? This is the playbook. I found it. I think I found the playbook. I think I know the play that they're running. I think I know the play. You ain't even got to call it audible no more. People be calling audibles like, oh, wait, do this, do that. Like, I found the playbook.
Bruh.
So now, since you know the playbook, you can try to operate accordingly. Because there ain't no way this is a coincidence that what he's saying matches up with what I'm living and existing in. This is brutal. Okay, buddy, come on. What else you got? That's exactly what you're saying. That's exactly what is that exactly?
Exactly what these policies are supposed to do. Yet from 1960 to 1980, sub-Saharan Africa's GDP had risen by 36%. From 1980 to 2000, it fell by 15%. From 1994 to 2003, the number of people living under the poverty line rose 75%. Life expectancy dropped by 15 years to 47, the worst in the world from 1980 to 2004, and in that same period, sub-Saharan Africa's debt rose 500%. In the case of Ghana, prior to taking on an IMF loan, the country owned about 85% of its gold mines, which were its most profitable resource. The Structural Adjustment Program from the IMF demanded that Ghana privatize those gold mines, and they did. They sold most of them to foreign investors, many of them Canadian. But IMF policy also stipulated that they had to make those investment opportunities desirable. So the multinational corporations who bought these gold mines had to pay virtually no income tax or duties, and were not obligated to keep any of the money they made in the country. So although they successfully attracted foreign investment, that foreign investment didn't help the country, because you went from having gold mines that were in the control of the government, and so any profits went into government coffers, which of course in a perfect world would be used for expansionary fiscal policy like investing in the economy or creating a social safety net. Instead, you had mines owned by private companies with virtually no obligation to pay tax and no obligation to keep money in the country. Not to mention,
so they just robbing people, but so they robbing country straight blind. They just taking the resources from the country and they just robbing the country blind. So then who was the foreign investments that all this gold and stuff goes to? Is the foreign investments the private owners of the IMF and its friends? I mean, that's what I would do if I was on that type of time, because they said that none of that stuff went back towards the country to help the country out. So then if the country couldn't get it and it went to private people, who was the private people if the country ain't private? Then who's private? Who's considered private at this point? Bruh. Whew. Well, the more you know, the more you grow, I must say. So as we get a good understanding, let's see what America's GDP has been over the years. America's GDP from 2000 to today. Let's see. All right. So what is America's GDP? What has it been? All right. So the United States GDP, all right, declined in 2009, recovered. All right. So let's see if we can get a historical chart of the growth of the United States GDP. Because then I want to compare the GDP to what he said. And where we got? We got 84, we got 92. We'll start the dot-com bubble. Good old Y2K. Good old Y2K. All right. What you know about that Y2K? Yes, sir. Y2K. All right. So 4.1. What is this 4.1%? So 4.1%. It kind of went dropped down in 2020. It went down to negative 2.2%. Oh my good. Okay, so it went down negative 2.6% in 09 to negative 2.2 in 2020. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So we got this chart right here. As you can see, this chart goes back to where we at? This chart goes back to what year? 1961 to 2024 is where this goes. So where are we at? 2000s. 2000 starts right here, 4.1. And to make sure, GDP growth annual percentage for the U.S. All right, so let's see if what he says matches with this right here. Let's just see. I'm going to go on a limb here. We're going to see, okay? So as we see, so 2000 starts right here, 4.1. Then it went to 3.8 in 2004. So it went down from the dot-com bubble. So it went from 4.1 to 1 at the dot-com bubble. Then we came out of it 4 years later. Then it slowly started going back down. 6, 7. And then 8, it was at 0.1. Boom. Housing market crash. Boom. So it was already going down. Maybe this is what Michael Burry saw. Maybe this is what Michael Burry saw. He's like, why the hell is GDP going down so much? You know what I mean? He's probably, why is it going down, down, down? Like, what am I missing? It's probably what made him look into what he looked into. Okay, then boom. Well, it happened in 08, and then, you know, the reverberating effect in 09. But then at that point, we had nowhere to go but up. So from 09 to 10, we were on an even keel from there. Boom, boom, boom. So from about 2010, we saw prosperity for these next 9 years. Things was like, life is getting way better. Things are getting good, 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 good. 2019, and then life changed. Bam! 2020, negative 2.2. And then 1 year later, Bayow, in 2021, it shot up from negative 2.2 to 6.1. Then it dropped down to 2.5 the next year, and then it's been on a Now, as you could see, when I talk about cycles, and I wish it would go further back. Can we go further? I want to find one that goes further than this. If we can go all the way back to like the 1900s or something like that, that would be great. But as you can see, you kind of see like a similar thing go on. You know what I mean? It's like, it's almost like it's hitting new lows. You know what I mean? Like negative 1.8 was the, where were we at? 2.6 was a low. Then negative 0.2 was a low. Then the negative 0.05 was a low. Then now negative 1.8 is the new low. Then now negative 2.6 is the new low. It goes up a little bit. Oh my gosh, you can see it. You can see it. Look how it's going. It's literally going down. You can see it. A new low each time. 2.6, which I don't know what was before this. 2.6, it goes up a little bit, right? So 2.6 up to 2.7 in 67. Bam, it drops down to 0.2 in 70. Bam, it drops down to point. Oh, what happened in 1970 and 1974? I think that was when the gold standard like got all the way like removed, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think the whole gold standard thing happened around that time. So 0.2, it went up like crazy, but then it just boom went down to negative 0.5. Goes up, up, and then bam, a new low, negative 1.8. Then it goes up like crazy, up, boom, it drops down, but it didn't hit that new low yet. So from 82 to 91, it went down again, but it didn't go down to the new low of negative 1.8. It went to negative 0.1. So like, all right, we're still above, up, boom, boom, boom. They were like, no, screw that. We got to get it back down. Boom, negative 2.6. So from 91 to 2009, it went from 0.1 to negative 0.26. However, if we go from 82 to 2009, what is that? 82, 92, 2000. So almost like 25 to 30 year period, it hits a new low. Bam. So 2009. And then we kind of rock it up again for a minute. It does the same thing for a little bit from 2009 to bam. 10 years later, hits another one. So are we going to do it again in the next 5 to 10 years? Is it going to happen again? Because remember, this is 2020. 2030 ain't too far away. Are we going to hit another one? But is this one? Because look, it keeps going down. It keeps making a new low, a new low, a new low. You know what I mean? It go up, but it hits a new low. It goes up, but it hits a new low. It goes up, but it hits a new. This one ain't the new low yet. This is the up a little bit. Like right here, here's the new low. It went up for a while, then it hit a new low. Is it going to go up for a while? But then is the new low for the GDP going to be like, I don't know, negative freaking 4, negative 5? You got to ask yourself that question. And let's see, what happened in 1980, 1982? Let's figure that out. That's actually a good question to ask. What happened in 1980? Let's see. What happened in 1981 in the American economy? Let's see what happened. Oh crap, my phone just went off. I have to check this real quick. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. So what exactly happened? Let's see what that was. Okay, that's nothing. Put that there. The recession. The recession of 1981 to 1982. There it is right there. Okay. So now we can line things up a little bit. There we go right there. The recession of 1981 to 1982, as we can see. Now, where the hell did I do with that chart? Is it right here? Yeah. So right here. So 1981, 1982. There's a recession. Now, I know what happened here. The 2008 to 2009. So from 2008 to 2009, that was a housing market crash. I know what that is. And then here, what was this? We had dips here. This is the dot-com bubble. This is the dot-com bubble from, 99 to 2000. This is the whole dot-com bubble thing. What happened in 1990, 1991? Okay, let's figure that out. So we found the recession of 81 to 82. It entered into recession in the third quarter of 81 as high interest rates would put pressure on the sectors of the economy reliant on borrowing. Okay. So right here it states that in 81, the American economy officially into a recession in July, primarily driven by the Federal Reserve's tightened monetary policy. Monetary policy, IMF, to combat high inflation, which led to elevated interest rates and high unemployment. Additionally, President Ronald Reagan signed the Economic Recovery Tax Act of 81 in August, aiming to reduce taxes for individuals and businesses. Okay, cool. So then what was the next one? It was from, what was it? We'll say from 89 to 91. That's what we're going to look at. So what happened in 1989 to 1991? Okay, what happened in 1989 to 1991? Oh, hell. 91 and American economy. All right, here we go. So what happened? The immediate American economy experienced a prolonged period of below normal growth from 89 to early 93, with the GDP increasing at less than 1% annually. This period included a recession beginning in the mid 1990s, driven by restrictive monetary policy and an oil price shock, which led to decreased consumer spending. I mean, you can't make this up. The numbers don't lie, as you can see right here. So now we figure out what happened in 89 and 91. Come on, zoom in. Zoom in so you can see. All right, I'll go back a little bit. All right, that's good. American economy experienced a prolonged period of below normal growth from 89 to 93, including a recession from the mid 1990s to early 91. There we go, mid 1990s to early 91, influenced by a restrictive monetary policy and an oil price shock and the SNL crisis. Okay, so then we go back to this. Bam. Where are we at? 89, 90, 91. Right there. 89, 90, 91. Right there. Started at 88. Shout out to 88. Birth year. Then it went 89, 90, 91. So there was a recession here. There was a recession here. Where are we at? Right up here, 99 to 2000, the Y2K. There was a little, dot-com bubble right here. Boom, went down, went up. And then from here, 05, 06, graduating year, we went down because of the housing bubble crash. Boom. So we went down in GDP again. Okay, then boom, 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 boom. We wrote it out. And then from 2018, 2019 to 2020, bam, the pandemic. A planned situation. So each time, this is what I'm going to say. Each time these happen, and these just keep happening at new lows. You can see it, the new low. And then there has to be another new low coming. There's a new low coming. Each time these happen, we would have to look at the stock market to see how much the prices dipped. And if you were sitting on the sidelines with a bag, I'm pretty sure you bought low. Every time this stuff happened, buy low. Every time this stuff happened, buy low. Every time this stuff happened, buy low. Every time this stuff's happened, buy low. Every time. It's like clockwork, baby. Imagine you've been doing this since way back when, way back here. You know what I mean? You've been doing this since what? 70, bam, bought low. Let it go again, bam, 74, bought low. Wrote it out again, bam, 1980, bought low. Bam, 82, bought low. Wrote it out again, 1990, bam, 91, bought low. I wonder if this stock, I don't wonder. I know that every time one of these recessions hit, the stock market takes a hit. And this is where you buy low. You stack up money, you stack up money, you stack up money, boom. You go all in. You stack up money. You stack up money. You stack up money. Boom. You go all in. Because you're buying these crashes. That's it. I'm pretty sure if you look at, you know what, we'll go look at the S&P 500 and we'll go and look at the times and see if they correlate. So here we go. S&P, I got to get ready to go. 500 stock. We'll look at the max timeline. Let's see. Okay, we're here. And we'll look at the numbers and see what they did. From I have to get like a detailed one though. It's gonna be hard to get a detailed one. Why is the S&P on it? Did the S&P open back in 96? No, this is as far back as it goes. Let's see. Let me see. S&P 500 history chart. Historical chart for 100 years. Perfect. Let's see if we can find this. Let's just see if those things correlate. Let's see if they actually line up. It'd be interesting to see if they line up. I just want to know for sure. Let's see. Micro trends, historical chart. We go all the way back to 19. Okay. Here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So here it is. Here's the S&P 500. Here's the historical chart. It goes 100 years. So we start back here in 1928 and we go all the way up to today, 2025. All right, cool. So we started on the other chart. Let me move these close together so we can see them better. So we started on this chart. This chart we started in 61. And then from 61 to 70, we'll go from 61 to 70. Let's see if these things correlate. Let's just see. All right, so where we at? Where we at? Right here. So 61, Jesus Christ. The S&P 500 was $63.44 in 1961. My goodness. You have any idea how much it is now? It's almost $7,000. All right, so 63.44 in February of 1961. Then we go to 1971. Where we at? Right there. Bam. 1970. 1970, you can see it take a hit. So it did dip. It got up to 108, but then it dipped down to 78, 72. So from 61, it was at a high of 71. It hit a high of 71 in 1961. Then it rolled through to 1970. It went to 72, 72. So it took another dip. Then we kept going. We bought low. And then, boom, 1974. It went to 63.54. 1974. Do we have 1974? Bam. There it is right there. Right there. 1974. There it is right there. 1974. The GDP hits a negative 0.5. So negative 0.5 in 1974. Why the hell did my kick go off? Did my stream pop back up on kick? There we go. All right. So 1974. Here's that dip right there. It dipped down to 63.54. So the GDP hit negative 0.5, I believe. Okay, so we ride it, we ride it, we ride it, we ride it. Boom. Here's a little dip right here. 1982. So 1982, we got down to 107. So we went from 63. We went up, we took a few bumps and bruises along the way, and then we dipped down, bam, to 10, I said 103, right? Did I see 103? 107. So 1982, we hit 107. What happened in 1982? Anything happened in 82? 82, right there, negative 1.8 GDP. So the GDP went down. So that means that this stock right here, as you see, there's another dip. Where'd it go? Right there. As you can see, so it's basically making a new low, but the new low keeps going up. Okay, the new low, it keeps going up. So you got to pay attention to the new low as it increases. There we go. 84. And then boom. Where did we dip at right here? 87. We were from 320 to 230. Why did we dip so much in 87? In 87, we took okay, that's what happened. So from 84, the GDP was way up here at 7.2. And then it dipped down in 87 to 3.5. So 7.2 to 7.2 to 3.5. So 7.2 hit all the way up 87 to 3.5. So it's almost, let me see. What is this up here? So 87, 87. So 84 was at a high and then dipped down. Okay, so they almost correlate to a degree. Almost. So 84 was here, and then it went up, went up, went up. It kept going up, even though the GDP, 84, even though the GDP was going riding down a little bit, it's still then it finally tanked. Then it finally hit something. Boom. Then it finally went down. Ah, dang it. Sorry, lady. Then we go to 81, 82. Do they correlate? We're trying to see. Okay, then we get to right here, the 1990. Yeah, that's the recession of 1990. So we have a little dip. So these are new lows. So there's a low, there's a new low, there's a new low, but it keeps going up. It keeps going up, and then boom, there's the new low. Okay, so it does correlate. You can see the new lows each time. They go up, but they're new lows. They're new lows as they get higher. It's new lows going higher. Dip. Right here, little dip. Dip. Dip, the recession. Then the Y2K. Boom, dip. Then another dip right here. Boom. That's the housing market crash. And then we go again. There's a little dip right here in 2011. I remember that one. Go up a little bit again, then the pandemic, boom, dip right there to 2,500. See, so you can see it. You can see it. So the GDP and the stock market somewhat correlate. You can see the new dip. So each time you see this GDP act up, you probably see the stock market act up, and you just have to have money on the side to make something happen with the S&P. And probably with other stocks if you do focus stocks, if you do like stock, the tech stocks and stuff like that. But it's just me trying to put something together because I just want to see what they look like. And I'm curious as to how much they correlate, which is pretty interesting that they correlate quite a bit. All right, so with that being said, we're going to end the economy segment of the show. On that one, we're going to slide into the AI segment of the show. So let's go ahead and get our sexy lady in. And this AI segment is going to be pretty short. Now, I'm not going to go too long into it, but I just wanted to see exactly how the economy works when you put the GDP together, and to see whenever you're to basically see how those things correlate together, and the IMF, how the IMF does have a picture. Oh, I did forget to show you this. So with the IMF, they do have this right here. So let's take a look at this. I forgot to show you this. This is important. So we have this. Where is it? Right here. The IMF website. All right. So this right here, if you can see it, can you see it? You cannot see it. And I can't really show it to you. It's kind of hard. So it says World Economic Outlook. All right. And it has global economy. God dang it. Global economy in flux. Prospects remain dim. Then they kind of have what they're talking about right here. It says, while the near-term forecast is revised up to modestly, global growth remains subdued as the newly introduced policies slowly come into focus. All right, so they're doing this for sure. Now, as you can see right here, they have a growth projection. All right, so the real GDP growth percentage change. And as you can see, they have a projection of what GDP will be as time goes on. So 24, 2025, 26, and they have different countries in different parts of the world. They're looking at GDP all across the world. Okay, so they're seeing what's going on, and they know exactly how things are gonna pan out. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. They know exactly how things are gonna pan out. Here's the World Economic Outlook growth projection. So you see each country, or should I say each member possibly, has a projected growth for GDP. Okay, and they have as the world output, as the emerging market and developing economies, you're seeing how they're put together in different categories. And if we look at these numbers, a lot of these numbers, most of them, or a lot of them, either stay the same or go down. Not too many of them go up. Not too many of the GDPs go up. A lot of them for 2026 are either going down or staying the same. It's not many that's going up, and if they do go up, it's not by very much. So as you can see, if you look at this here, either staying the same or going down. Some go up a little bit, but it's not much growth. So 2026 is going to be rough as hell. So they already see what's going on. They can already see what's planned. And then if you look here under the video tab, here's some videos that they have that they talk about. They have a press briefing. Look at the regional economic, you can't see it over here. This says press briefing, the regional economic outlook for the Western Hemisphere, April 2025. And you read it and it says they had a press briefing. So just call this the press conference, like after a basketball or a football game. It says the Western Hemisphere Department Director will give an overview of the economic outlook for the region, discuss policy challenges, and answer reporter questions. So just like how you have a sports press conference, these people have an economic press conference. You know what I mean? Like they the United States GDP wasn't hitting like it was supposed to, but over there in Turkey, you know what I mean? They were doing okay, but things wasn't going the way we wanted to, but we gonna fix that and we gonna add some things here and make sure that, they're having the same conversation, but this is just about economic policy and money and what direction they're trying to aim things in. Because that lady already made it clear. This lady right here, where's she at? She already made it clear. That's not her. That's not her. Where is she at? Let me get her face on the screen. That lady right there, she already made it clear of what direction the world is heading in. It's digital. She's already said, look, we heading digital. We know what we doing. So to put this into perspective, understand that these people know which direction that the world is already heading in. And I'm trying to get you to see and just to look at this. Focus, keep your head down, and keep grinding. And you can kind of see how these things do correlate. Because if they're correlating, if you can somewhat correlate the GDP with the historical chart of the stock market, whenever a crash comes, and like this crash right here was pretty brutal. If you had 1,500 and then it went all the way down to 735, from 1,500 to 735, that's like I would say close to a 50% drop. 50% drop. Now look at this drop back here. 1929, the stock market was 31 cents and $31.71. It dropped all the way down to $4.43. So from 31.71 to 4.43. What is that drop percentage wise? Because half of 31 is going to be around 15. So that's over 70%. You see what I'm saying? You can look at this and see. This is 1929 all the way down to 1932. So this happened for 3 or 4 years. And it went all the way down to 4.3. From 31.71 to 4.3. That is I think I read on this, that was a 73% drop, I believe. A 73% drop. If you had money sitting on the sidelines and you waited this out and this drop happened, 73% 3%, but we'll just say 70 to be safe. 70% drop. If you was used to buying it, because look, from 1928, it was going up $17, $19, $21, $24, $25, $27, $28, $31, and then the years to follow, it just went down, 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 all the way till it got to a 70% drop over a time of years. So my question is, with a 100-year cycle in play, if something like this were to happen again, and this lady right here, where's she at? She's talking about a digital currency, which I would say that would coincide with universal basic income. Because if AI is taking over a lot of people's jobs and situations, right? The jobs that these people had here, and then the unemployment rate that ensued when this Great Depression got down to here, the unemployment rate was like, I think 25 or 30%, I believe, during the Great Depression. Let's double check that to make sure I'm right. What was the unemployment rate during the Great Depression? Which was, drum roll please, at the height of the Great Depression in 1933, they said it approximately was 25%. Okay, so 25%, as you can see right here. All right, so they're saying right here that the height of the unemployment peaked at approximately 25% by 1933. Okay, cool. So we're seeing unemployment happen right now. Are we here? Or are we still going up? You know what I'm saying? Because look, in 1927, the stock market was $17.66. So it went from 17 to 31.71. 17 and 17 is 34. So in that 2-year time, from 27 to 29, it doubled. Damn near double. So what's it, like 85% increase? Okay, it went up that much in just a 2-year span. Then it dropped 70%, and then when it got here in 33 or whatever, the unemployment rate got down to 25% unemployment. Then the only reason why they got out of the Great Depression was because of World War II, because of the jobs of the war that the war brought, right? This time around, it's not going to be as easy to get a job coming out of something if this happens again. If we get another drop like this at 70-something%, right now we're at, what's this? How much is this? We'll say 6,800. Okay? We'll say 6,800. Half of 6,800 is 3,400. So maybe 70% of, you know what? We'll just use a calculator. 70% of 6,800. And again, it's over 70% that the stock market fell. But let's look at 6,800 times, what I say, 70%? Yes, 70%. What? That's not right. No, that's not right at all. 6,800 times 0.7. No. 68 times 0.5. Yeah. So then 0.5, 0.7, no, point. Why is that shit? Why is my math not mathing? Maybe I'm doing it backwards. 0.5, so half of 30 is it? Yes. So my math should be, I'm gonna say, okay, 70% of 6,800 is gonna be 2,040. So 2,040. And that's 70%. Now, my question is, if they already made it drop over 70% here, are they trying to make it drop? Like, are you going to try to outdo this is my question. Are you going to try to outdo the 70 and be like, can we make it hit 80 or 90? You know what I mean? Like, how bad can you make it? Do you think they're going to try to outdo this? They're going to try to outdo this 73% drop and make this one like a 85% drop? I wouldn't I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't. I mean, I know I would if I was in that mindset. I know I would to drop. So if they did 80%, it would drop this down to 1360. But are we at the peak yet, or do we still got another like 1 or 2 years to go before we get to that drop level? Because remember, from 1927 to 1929 at the top, it almost doubled. It went up 80% or 70%. So then my question is, imagine this doubling or almost doubling from 68 to, times 2 minus, I don't know, 1,000 or 2,000 or something like that. So was that 68? Was that 12, 16? So was that 13.6? So 13,000 we would say, maybe 12.5. Or are we here now? We're going to start going down. But right now, it doesn't look like it's going down. It's going up. So that's my question. And then when it goes down, they're already talking about the new monetary system is going to change with what she said right here. This is what she said. Where'd my sound go? There it goes. Right here.
To embrace it.
Unbacked money is moving digital. Accept reality. Fiat money is moving digital. The developments in crypto, both unbacked and backed, they're happening with exponential speed.
So what would increase this speed would be a super crash, is what I'm saying. A super crash like what we just saw, what I showed you, would expedite this like crazy, with the job market already being hard to get jobs in. Because AI and all this stuff going on, it would make it tough. So just take that in mind. And their policy, for which we already looked at, their policy, their critical mission is to do what? Discourage policies that would harm prosperity. Okay, well, what would encourage prosperity? Something like this. This would increase prosperity if this happened over here, because it's almost similar in a sense. I'm just wondering if a 100-year cycle is in effect. So if you got money stacked up on a sideline, like, chill and get ready. That's what I'm saying. But let's go ahead and dive into this AI segment of the show, because I don't have much time left and this will be a short segment. So with that being said, let's bring in that sexy lady real quick.
Welcome to the AI segment of the show.
All right. Now, before we dive into the AI segment of the show, let's get some smiles and some giggles in, because it's been a little bit serious. I've been going a little bit hard on y'all. So with that being said, let's get some smiles in. All right. Who you think will win the fight? Because I said recently, AI is going hard, and AI would be amazing when it comes to anime. So speaking of anime, we got Goku versus Superman. Boy, hell yeah! Who will win in a fight? Let's check it out. AI anime would be the best thing ever. Now wait till imagine if you can keep that same intensity but with real life human looking people. Boy, that would be the wildest thing ever. That would be, keep that same AI intensity but just put it in a human form. I'd be hooked. Straight up, I'd be hooked. All right, let's see who we got next here to fighting on AI anime. Let me see. Where is this at? Who we got up next? I don't know who these two are, but again, it's AI anime, so you can't go wrong. Who we got here? Let's check this fight scene out. Here we go.
I heard in your hood that you not the man in it. Truck come around and your ass get jammed in it.
Okay, we can't play the music because I don't want to get copyright. But here we go. We can see this fight going on right here. Let's look a little legit. I don't know who the hell this is. Anybody know who this is? Because I don't know who this is. Who is this? Anybody know? I don't know who this is. But again, AI anime, anybody can fight anybody. There ain't nobody who can't fight nobody. That's the greatest thing about it. That would be lovely for sure. I don't know who that is though. If anybody knows, let me know. Then we got then we got this one right here. We got a kitty cat. Kitty cat finna ring the doorbell. Let's see how this doorbell ring goes. Can the cat ring the doorbell or no? Let's find out.
Are you kidding me? Drop it! Drop the gun! Give me that! Hey, let go! What is wrong with you? Are you kidding me? Drop it! Drop the gun! Give me that! Hey, let go! What is wrong with you?
Oh, look at that. Moments before disaster. Oh, kitty. Oh, my goodness. Kitty cat is bucking at the door. What is going on? Oh, Lord. How bad can it get? Oh, it can get a whole lot worse. Let's see what we got here. So, let's see what happens when the aliens start vlogging in the AI realm. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wait. Let me change that banner. Did I change my banners? I don't think I changed my banners. Hell no, I didn't. Change that banner. Get that banner off. Where's that banner? Change it. There we go. There we go. Okay. And let's see what happens when aliens get the vlogging. Let's see what they got to say.
Yeah, good. I need to tell you something. I am here in Egypt watching you build the pyramids. And you humans, you're weird. Always making stuff. Always trying to do more. Always chasing things you don't even understand. Not these guys, but you, who call yourself an advanced civilization and spend most of your day frying your brain on TikTok. You build machines, but do they serve you? Or the other way around? You stare at your screens all the time. Like they're part of you. Every device you touch, every screen you stare at, it's staring you back and knows you probably better than you know yourself. Be more human and connect with others, not just with the Wi-Fi. You still have time. Oh yeah, I am gonna post this on TikTok, on my account, Soul of the Machine. Don't forget to follow.
Oh no, I feel attacked. Hell no. He just exposed me, bruh. I mean, that was a little bit too real for me. I don't know what to say about that one, guys. That was a little bit too much for me. That was a little bit too much. Okay, all right. Calm down, alien guy. Calm down. All right, we get it. We stare at our screens too much. Shit. All right. Okay. All right. We'll have to stay at our screens less. All right, now let's check out how AI is going to replace characters, bruh. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a sad one right here, bruh. This is going to be sad. This is right here is going to make me go ham on OnlyFans. I'm going to have to get me an OnlyFans account for sure. Check this out. Look at this.
All of your favorite movies and animations are going to be completely acted out by someone else in the next 2 years.
So I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about this in the next 20 seconds so that you can do this for yourself and stay ahead of the curve. So right now you have two options with this new AI video model called WAN 2.2. The first option is character swap, and this will actually replace the character in the same filming location that you recorded in. The second option is photo animate, and this will actually output on the same background as the reference image that you provided. This is absolutely mind-blowing. If you want access to the tool, type AI in the comments and I'll send you the...
All right, hold on. Hear me out. So you're saying that I could do OnlyFans content, but I can just put any dude over me and then any dude over the girl and you'll never know it's me, like banging it out, because only thing that'll be similar is the location in the background. So if you got a different location, nobody will ever know it's you, because like, you know, look, see, the only thing that's similar is the location, except he has a lamp back here. I guess he took the lamp out, but that's it. Everything else, like, you can't tell the difference. So like, you know, I can, you know, become an OnlyFans star, but you'll never know it's me. You know what I mean? You'll see, like, I don't know, Brad Pitt clapping Taylor Swift, you know what I mean? Like, I'll just be going ham and you'll never know. Like, hey, you won't know it's me. You know what I mean? For all you nasty boys out there, for all you grody people, for all you gooners, you know, I could do like I don't know, Tom Hanks, on old Princess Diana down here. You know what I mean? For all you guys on the old grandma thing, you nasty, nasty people, y'all are gross. Ew. Just saying. I'm just hypothetically speaking. You would never know. You never know. Anyway, and then we got this right here. Let's see what happens when when AI starts doing this job better than you. Let me refresh the screen. Let's see what happens. This lady doesn't look too happy at all. Or should I say this AI, artificial human. Let's see what happens.
It took me years to learn this, and now anyone can just type a sentence.
I'm sorry, Chloe. It's just more efficient this way. The robot makes a perfect cup every time. But
I love working here.
They don't need me anymore. AI can create stunning visuals now, cheaper too. It's over.
well, he always remembers our anniversary, and he never complains about my cooking. After 3 human husbands, that's a refreshing change.
Now my camera just gathers dust. A single prompt and the AI creates what took me a lifetime to learn.
I used to design logos, websites, you know? Now some program does it in seconds. Funny how the future works, isn't it?
Years! It took me years to...
Whew, okay, that was painful to watch. Talk about a reality check, bro. That was a little bit scary, I might say. Let's just say the scary movie I didn't know I didn't need. Wow, that was crazy. I mean, I guess even the previous one before it too. I mean, wouldn't it be cool though if I could do my live streams like this? Where is it? Where's the one? Yeah, I could do my live streams like this. This would be fun. If I could do my live streams like this, and I could just be any person while I'm talking to you. I could just switch out the persons. I could just switch out persons. While I'm doing the whole live stream, I could just switch out persons. It would still be me, you know, because that would be me up here, but I could just change out the persons. I wonder if the voice would change. The voice would have to change. You wouldn't want to hear my voice over like Kim Kardashian or Taylor Swift. That would just suck. You'd be like, ugh. You know what I mean? But you could imagine that? Like I could still do these, but it would still be, you know, my show, but like it would just be visually more appealing. You know what I mean? Like you'd be like, whoa, this is great. Oh. Or I could start a Patreon and it can get... Now, let me stop thinking hard. Let me stop thinking like that. Let me stop thinking like that. All right. It'd be a X-rated Patreon. I'll tell you that much. All right. Oh, man. Okay. Are y'all ready for this last one? Y'all ready for this last one? Okay. Here's the final one. Here's the final one. All right. Before we start, you have 4 options. You got A, B, C, or D. And then you have intro. So you got 5 choices. You can say intro, A, B, C, or D. Which one you going with to save humanity? If you had to save humanity, would you go with the intro, A, B, C, or D? You gotta pick one. Okay. I don't know if we got music on this. Is there music on here? Yeah, we got music. So I can't play the music, but we can enjoy the visual. All right. So you got intro, A, B, C, or D. Here we go. Y'all ready? Here we go. Bam. Oh. You have to bathe with one to save humanity. Which one we going? This is intro. Intro. A, you got to save humanity. B, remember it's for humanity. C, or D. Which one you going to save humanity? Which one? I'm going all 5. I'm sorry. Like, cause I gotta get the multicultural thing back out there, the best of the abilities, you know what I mean? You know, we gotta get it all back organized back out there, man. Sheesh. Yeah, man. Round of applause to this version. You know, we're gonna let that play, and we're gonna give a round of applause to this version of AI right here. Sheesh, this is fantastic. Yeah, buddy. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Get away from me. Oh, what evil is this? What evil is this? Yes, it's evil. All right. Let's get back to the show. Stop your gooning, people. Stop gooning. Okay, you have to cut it out. All right, it's gonna be a short show. This part right here is gonna be short. I only got like 3 slides to go over, and I ain't got much time left. So for the AI segment of the show, we're still gonna talk about the IMF, but now we're gonna talk about the IMF regarding AI. All right, so somebody's gonna speak on IMF and how they're gonna outline how AI is gonna be integrated with the IMF. So we're gonna see what said lady said again, but first we're going to watch a video where somebody made, where they did like a 1 or 2 minute video. They're going to talk about artificial intelligence coinciding, cooperating. There you go, cooperating with AI. And we're going to see how this world would go, because remember what their mission statements are. The mission statements are critical. You know what I mean? And they got 191 countries that they talk to, so they're talking to everybody. Okay, so let's see how AI would coincide or cooperate with the IMF. So let's let this video go right here, and let's see what they say. So here we go.
By the swift progression of artificial intelligence, this has led to crucial inquiries about its potential influence on the worldwide economy. The managing director of the IMF, Kristalina Georgieva, published a paper titled
AI will transform the global economy. Let's make sure it benefits humanity.
While various studies have forecasted the possibility of AI replacing jobs, it is also anticipated that AI will work alongside humans in many instances. Here's the real truth on how AI will reshape the global economy and what it means for you. This transformation will not have the same effect across the globe. There will be differences depending on your wealth.
There will be differences depending on your wealth. Remember, I always talk to you about a 2-tier system that we live in. Rich and poor is really where we're at right now. I mean, got some in the middle, but it's really mainly rich and poor. So depending on your wealth, depends how you're going to be affected. But here we go.
Around 60% of employment in developed countries could be influenced by AI. Approximately 50% of affected jobs could experience improved productivity through the integration of AI. But as the IMF's Kristalina Georgieva says,
wealthy countries can offset AI job losses using social programs and progressive taxes.
Social programs. What did that say? Wealthy countries can offset AI job losses using social programs and progressive taxes. That does not sound good at all. That sounds like a doomsday scenario. It can offset AI job losses using social programs and progressive taxes. Yo, I mean, if she didn't just say
FYM, fuck y'all motherfuckers, you know?
Without actually saying that, that's what that says in a nutshell. Like, what are you talking about? Offset AI job losses using social programs and progressive progressive taxes. What social programs? We're literally looking at over the history of time, social programs is not where you want to be. Because remember, social programs, you just say government programs. And when you hear programs, always remember, when you hear the word programs, I want you to always remember this. Programs mean foresight of an event happening. Shout out to Ahmed Osiris. Remember that. Anytime you hear a program, think of foresight of an event happening. Somebody created that program because they foresight an event happening in the future. Because it's set up that way. And progressive taxes, what the hell is a progressive tax? I'll look that up in a minute, but let's let this video finish.
In contrast, AI exposure is projected to reach 40% in emerging markets and 26% in low-income countries. These results indicate that developing economies and emerging markets may experience fewer immediate interruptions due to AI. However, these countries often lack the necessary infrastructure and trained workforce to effectively utilize the advantages of AI. So what should countries do? Investment in education and update legal frameworks to encourage AI innovation while protecting people. As for you, consider mastering technical skills to work with smart systems, but also stay flexible, continuously retraining as jobs evolve. the AI future is coming fast, reshaping our economy. With inclusive policies and preparation, we can build an AI world that uplifts everyone.
Okay, so what that lady said, what this lady said stands true. So she wasn't joking. This lady wasn't playing around. Clearly, she ain't with the nonsense. However, let's see what progressive taxes are. I'm curious because I've just pulled it up and I want to read it. Let's see right here. Progressive taxes are a progressive tax system levies a larger percent of income from higher income groups compared to lower income groups based on the principle of ability to pay. The U.S. federal income tax system is an example of progressive tax, where tax rates increase as taxable income increases, often involving graduated tax brackets. Okay, so the more money you make, the more money they take. That's why people start businesses, so they can utilize the tax code in order to benefit from the tax code as a business owner as opposed to a W-2 employee. Okay, that makes sense. But still, social programs, they're going to offset AI job losses with social programs and progressive taxes. That just doesn't sound good at all. That doesn't sound like nothing you want to be a part of. All right, so what is this? Is this the last video that I have right here? 2 more videos. So the last video I have, the same lady, her right here, she's going to talk about AI tsunami and how it's going to hit the labor market. So let's see what she speaks on when it comes to the IMF working or integrating AI with the job market and IMF. So we have to see how these two go together and work together in tangent. And let's see what her ideology is moving forward with AI and the IMF. So here we go.
We did an analysis of how AI is going to impact the labor market, and it is quite striking. We expect AI advanced economies to affect 60% of jobs. Some jobs would be enhanced, some would be redefined, and some will be phased out. This is like a tsunami hitting the labor market. How quickly would the tsunami, or it would be series of waves? This is for us to see. But you're right, it is not instant. And yet we do see, I can tell you in my own institution, we used to have 200 interpreters, now we have 50. We have moved to using AI. And in research analyst jobs, in jobs that are potentially easy to replace with algorithms, inevitably there would be change. But what is much more interesting is the enhancement of jobs, because it is very sharp increase in productivity we are aiming as return on this very big investment. We did an analysis.
Okay, she said that, well, first of all, why is she smiling? Why the hell she got a slight grin on her face? That's the question. Why is she grinning? That's scary to watch. Like, she's like spookily. She said that the job market is going to be affected by 60%. 60%. And the last words out of her mouth was investment opportunity or investments. So they see this as a huge investment. They said that they had interpreters. They had 200 interpreters. They cut it down to 50. That is a 75% cut. 75% cut. You went from 200 interpreters to 50 because of AI. And she's like grinning and smiling about this. That's why I say, man, you got to keep your head down. You got to grind your ass off. You got to come with a plan, a strategic plan or something, and make it happen. Take care of your body. Take care of your mind. Take care of your health, and just stay focused on a plan, on a strategy, and hit it hard. And don't look up. Don't stop. Don't play with don't have no females around. Stay focused. Stay beyond focused. And for like 10 years, stay focused. And when you look back up after 10 years, because the time gonna go by, you might as well let the time go by staying focused. And when that time goes by after 10 years and you kept grinding and doing what you're doing, hopefully you look up and you're in a hell of a better place financially. Or you in a hell of a better place, you know, economically or skill-based wise. Like you stay focused on skills and adapting and all that good stuff. Your investments panned out. Because we're going to run that back one more time and let's just break it down as she talks. So here we go.
Of how AI is going to impact the labor market. And it is quite striking. We expect AI advanced economies to affect 60% of jobs. Some jobs would be enhanced, some would be redefined, and some will be phased out. This is like a tsunami hitting the labor market.
She over here chuckling. This is like a tsunami hitting the mate. Like 60% of jobs enhanced, redefined, or phased out. I wonder what those numbers look like. What do those numbers look like? Enhanced, redefined, phased out. Is it like 10% enhanced, 20% redefined, and then, thank you, 20% redefined, and then 40%, 30% phased out? Like, what does that look like? Like, that's the question. That's the real question.
How quickly would the tsunami, or it would be series of waves? This is for us to see. But you're right, it is not instant. And yet we do see, I can tell you.
The way this video is messing up, I'm wondering if this video is taken with this kind of stuff. Remember this? I wonder if we're looking at her with, oops, not him. Where is she at? If we're looking at her, where the hell did it go? With this. I wonder if we're looking at her. Where the hell is it? Oh, go away. No, there it is. Okay, are we looking at her like this? Is there like a dude talking, but we're looking at her? Jesus, I can't get my stuff right. Because the way it's like glitching is kind of funny.
In my own institution, we used to have 200 interpreters. Now we have 50. We have moved to using AI. And in research analyst jobs, in jobs that are potentially easy to replace with algorithms, inevitably there would be change. But what is much more interesting is the enhancement of jobs, because it is very sharp increase in productivity. We are.
Did you see that smile? Let me
aiming with productivity.
Look at that smile. Let's go back one more time. Wait, let's get that smile. When she said productivity, look at that. Look how happy she is. When she said it's very sharp increase in productivity, she's like, listen to what productivity is gonna bring out. I'm gonna tell you why I'm so happy. You want to know why? It's because it is.
We are aiming as return on this very big investment.
We are aiming as we turn on this very big investment. So in other words, your hell is about to be her heaven. You gotta grind it out, baby. You gotta grind it out. You gotta focus. You gotta dial in, bro. You ain't got no choice. You better stay focused. You better grind your ass off. Don't quit. Stay focused. Leave females alone. Don't worry about the noise. Like tunnel vision like this here. Stay tunnel vision. Stay focused. You have to. You have to. You can't. You can't afford, because these people ain't playing, bruh. They not playing. Out of all this going on, tsunami of jobs going away, 60% gone, enhance, redefine, and what's the other one? Enhanced, redefined, and phased out. And all she can think about is the very sharp productivity for this investment that she sees on the horizon. The aim for this investment. And it's not just her. I'm not picking on her. She's just speaking. But when you think about this, when I show you all of this, you have to realize that in the background or in the forefront, there's people who think like what this man is about to say. Listen.
Force AIs to lie or train them to lie, you're really asking for trouble. Even if that lie is done with good intentions. Issues with ChatGPT and Gemini and whatnot, like you asked Gemini for an image of the founding fathers of the United States, and it shows a group of diverse women. Now that's factually untrue. Now that's sort of like a silly thing, but if an AI is programmed to say like diversity is a necessary output function, and then it becomes sort of this omni-powerful intelligence, it could say, okay, well, diversity is now required. And if there's not enough diversity, those who don't fit the diversity requirements will be executed. If it's programmed to do that as the fundamental utility function, it'll do whatever it takes to achieve that. So you have to be very careful about that. That's where I think you want to just be truthful. Rigorous adherence to truth is very important. If you force AI...
Gotta be truthful. Well, truthful is, what if profits outweigh the truth? And they will. Then what? Then what? And then you have an AI that thinks for itself, and that you input it. If you input it to say lies, like he said, you're training it to lie. So if you input it to be greedy, hateful, biased, demonic, it's going to output that. Then eventually it's going to bite the hand that feeds it. Then what do you have at that point? And these people see investments, and this investment is not in your favor. It's in their favor. So just keep that in mind. I want y'all to pay attention to how I structured this show to show you that there's opportunities to be made if you can stack your money up, put some money aside, and potentially try to capitalize on the same thing that they're trying to capitalize on. Just know that they're shifting things over to a digital currency. You know, if they're shifting things over to a digital currency, always remember God's money is still in play, which is shekels. You don't know what shekel is? Go get a Bible, or maybe even a Torah might say it in there too. It's going to be your precious metals. Do everything in your power to be able to operate in and out the system, but try to remain out the system as much as you can. Because their end goal is not your benefit. So stay focused, stay grinding. And hopefully you'll be prepared for the next economic cycle that happens or crash that happens. Because it's the big one. And it's the one that's going to determine the, win or lose, hit or miss, slave or no slave. The only person that's going to come and help you out of this is going to be Neo from the Matrix. And I don't know how long that's going to be before he get here. So just pay attention and just stay focused and grind and do what you got to do. With that being said, people, hopefully you enjoyed today's show. That's going to be it for today's show. I got to run up out of here. I got to go take care of some things. This is about time for me to head out. I got to actually go kind of quickly because time is passing. But hopefully I won't be here tomorrow. Tomorrow I won't be here. I have an appointment tomorrow, so I'll be MIA tomorrow. So it won't be a show on Wednesday, but we'll wrap back up on the show on Thursday, and we'll get back to it and continue on with the show, man. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. Follow me on all my social media contents and all that good stuff. I will catch y'all on the flip side. Have a good day. Enjoy your hump day, which is Wednesday, and we'll catch you on Thursday. I love y'all. Take care. I'm out of here. Peace.
Thank you for watching D. Elliott Fitness Livestream. Goodbye.
Baby, I'm out for me. Pockets chunky like cottage cheese. Real nigga, I just gotta be. Smoking weed that don't gotta see. Used to be a hustler prodigy. I love when people say they proud of me. I'm eating good, smoking broccoli, taking over blocks like Monopoly. Only fuck the ones that's my policy. Most of these hoes trying to cause a scene. Like niggas mad they not on the team. See, I got bread, then bought a dream. The game on lock, and I got the keys like Jay. My fame won't stop, but the only thing I'm chasing. The game on lock, and I got the keys like Jay. In the booth, playing smoke a shit. The bitch on my dick, she got notes to sing. Bumblebee ass, yeah, I know it's thing. I plug your bitch like a 6-string. Jordan with the bitches got 6 rings. Smoke till my bitch a split screen. The press with pain pills and sip lean. Riding dirty, but I'm extra clean. Lyrics nice, but I'm extra mean. All-star heavyweight like Overeem. The bitch learns so she open me. I flip money like Clover G. Gang hustle like TIP. It's hard baby like DIG. Acronym like KRIT. The game on lock, and I got the key like Jay-Z. My fame won't stop, but the only thing I'm chasing. The game on lock, and I got the key like Jay-Z. Wake up nigga in Austin, Texas. In the booth, playing beats. The game on lock, and I got the key like Jay-Z. My fame won't stop, but the only thing I'm chasing. The game on lock, and I got the key like Jay-Z. Wake up nigga in Austin, Texas. In the booth, playing beats. In the beats like RP, no hard shit where your artery. Cutting up, who sharp as me? Rolling up accordingly. Pulling hoes, no sorcery. Rapping like y'all forcing me. If I ever write it, then it's forgery. Nigga selling to the rock like a Flores beat. Lyrical monster on the Lord of Beats. Text nigga, my bitch Georgia Peach. Pimp tight nigga, I do more than cheat. Cold like D-Wade, I ignore the heat. Bitch, I'm on way, hit the short for reach. Money jumping like the nigga on the steez. Come to Patty J's, give me on the beat. Bitch, I'm always winning like what's the fee? The game on lock, and I got the key like Jay-Z. My fame won't stop, but the only thing I'm chasing. The game